Son? Okay, we're outside. Let's take a look. Big media presence here. We have a lot of people that have showed up. Hi, how's everybody? All right, so
Some of the noise today to continue to conduct business. All right? I don't want to have a situation where we have to call people to come over here and remove you guys because you guys are being disorderly.
Never.
So huddle up and then whisper the noise.
whatever you say. I just went, whatever you say, sir.
Oh.
But this is a hot mic. Be careful. Hi.
Oh, wow.
Can't believe. Can't believe Tommy did it. I know I need to regulate myself a little bit. Thanks for everybody for jumping on. We're standing outside of Lawrence Superior Court. I am. I posted the link on my X. So get everybody from these restaurants standing outside, taking a look and see what's going on. Obviously, you've heard the verdict. Kelsey Fitzsimmons has been found not guilty. I need some time to digest exactly what was being said, because the judge was obviously very thoughtful in his statements, and I think I have to digest all of it. I mean, I'm wondering what you all have to say. Do any of you want to go on camera if I ask a question about the verdict? Okay, how do you feel about the verdict? What are your thoughts? Were you in the courtroom?
All day, every day.
And for the verdict as well?
And for the verdict.
Okay.
Yes.
So first of all, let me ask you a question. Going into get the verdict, what did you think it was going to be?
I was very hopeful that it was going to be not guilty. I felt like when you look at that judge, he was very, very good. He was very, very on point when it comes to it's the law. We have to follow the law and they have to prove it. I didn't think they proved it. And obviously he, looked through all the things and I know he did a diligent job. So I feel he did the best that he could and he got the right answer.
What were your thoughts on the closing arguments of the Commonwealth? I'm reading a lot of online banter where people are saying that their closing argument was actually well done. Did you think it was, and did you think it changed anybody's mind in regards to the ending of this case?
I don't think it changed the judge's mind, but I do believe some people might have been, you know how Twitter is. But the bottom line for me is that it's the law and that's all it is. And his closing argument, his closing argument, he kept saying she lied. Well, why didn't you cross her on that yesterday?
Right.
Like that would be, you did no impeachment, not one impeachment.
You have no relation to Kelsey.
No.
What?
I'm from Georgia.
And did you come here for this?
Yes. I
Okay.
did.
So why? What made you attached to this case?
Justice. First of all, I had a child that was 8 weeks early and said she was in the hospital, and it was gut wrenching every single day that I had to leave her for 3 weeks. So I know, sorry, she's 34 now, so she's great, but, but it's gut wrenching. And so that part of it was just really, so, and I have a husband that shoots guns, and he's a NRA instructor, and my sister's a police officer. And they started getting involved with it, and they know the guns. And so there was some issues that I had with the guns as well.
Hmm.
So
You're obviously excited and happy.
I'm very happy for her.
Anything you want to say to Kelsey?
Yes. Kelsey, we love you. We will be by you in April as well. You're going to get this. You're going to get your child back and you're going to have a beautiful life. We're going to make sure.
Thank you. Do you want to say your name?
Oh, I'm Karen List from Georgia.
And Elaine, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts, I'm extremely happy with the verdict, what it was. I thought the judge was fantastic. He was very compassionate. He was brilliantly smart. You could tell that he wasn't biased in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And he really, you could tell that he was very vested into this case. And his decision was great. I mean, I feel like the prosecutor did put on a good performance when he was, asking Kelsey questions. The closing, I think the closing was a little better than his, his direct questioning to Kelsey. But still, there were a few things in there that were made up. And that just didn't sit well with me. It's one thing to have a closing and say the facts. But when you put in a few things that you just threw in there, I didn't appreciate that.
I think you're referencing the part where Justin had originally said Kelsey would shoot the baby and shoot herself or kill herself. The Commonwealth added and anybody else, which Tim Bradle afterwards kind of wanted to correct that record. So
So
I recognize you. I know you outside of here, but I recognize you from the Karen Reed trial, which you are also a follower of and supporter of. What made you follow this case, and does it really have anything to do with the Karen Reed case and why you're following?
I'm following this case because of the connection. I just feel like there's so much of this that's been happening. My grandfather was a lieutenant police officer for Everett. My husband's a retired state trooper. My daughter is a police officer. I have my brother-in-law is a police officer.
So you're a law enforcement
So I'm a
family.
law enforcement family. I'm seeing this and how this went down with her and not being able to see her baby over, a sheet of paper just didn't sit well with me. I took a vacation day because I wanted to be here.
Any words for Kelsey?
Kelsey, we will be with you all the way through all your, all the probate stuff. You are so loved and everyone is praying for you. So
Thank you, Elaine. Want to answer a few questions? Well, I've seen you here throughout the trial and you were at some pre-trial hearings as well.
Yes.
So what made you take an interest in Kelsey Fitzsimmons' story?
I heard not.
Could be.
I've been coming to here since October.
Yep. So you're obviously happy with the verdict.
They chose the right verdict. I'm thrilled. Yeah, couldn't be better.
Any message for Kelsey?
Kelsey, we love you. And step one is, finished. And now we're on to family court to get you reunited with your baby.
Thank you. How about yourself?
sure.
So today is your first day here for the trial?
Yes.
You came on the best day, verdict day. Obviously for Karen as well. So what brought you to stop following and supporting Kelsey?
Just from some of the local journalists, online journalists, and Melanie was covering this from the very beginning. So followed it, every hearing, from the beginning.
What do you think the courtroom felt like just prior to the verdict being read? You were in there. What were your thoughts?
It was just kind of real, I think, sort of a positive, but kind of pensive. I was able to, it was like, from my perspective, I was sitting like right behind Officer Noonan and Kelsey was right in front of her. So just kind of observing their reactions, during the closing and during the reading, the judge's reading of the verdict.
Did you happen to catch any statements or comments from any of the police officers near you after the verdict was read?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No.
Nobody said anything?
No, nothing that I heard.
Okay.
No.
You're obviously happy with the verdict. Do you think the judge got it right?
I think he did, after having listened
to the judge, the first judge that was on this case. You know, there was definitely, you know, something terribly wrong going on in the Salem courtroom.
Great point.
And
I think we've all forgotten about that because we've been here for a while, but that's a great reminder.
What ended up putting Kelsey back into jail for another
Right.
60 days
Right.
until before
Right.
Christmas. And she's still doing, you know, up until today, was having to do the SRAM testing and wearing a GPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your any message to Kelsey.
We love you. We support you. I'd love to, you know, do like a baby shower or, you know, something that you guys can maybe organize. You know, housewarming, you know, to welcome baby Caden home. Congratulations, Kelsey.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jess. Ladies, Crystal, would you like to make a comment or two? I know you from the Karen Reed trial. You were there for 1 and 2. And now you have been a supporter of Kelsey throughout this whole process. You haven't missed a day, right? So talk to me a little bit about what it felt like being here today. Were you in the courtroom for the verdict? Okay, just talk me through it. Oh, it's okay.
No, it was easier for me to go to Salem. There's no easy way to get around.
Kelsey could be any one of us single, you know, like any one of us unwed parents that had kids that had a guy that was, yeah, had 3 of those for a little while. So like that's messed up. And so I feel for her really deeply, and I hope that she gets paid back really soon because he doesn't deserve to be without her. But the one that's suffering the most is that little boy, and it's just not fair.
I know you're a supporter and it's hard to separate how you feel and from facts, but was there any point during testimony, closing arguments where you thought that this might not be a not guilty verdict? Or did you feel confident that it was going to end this way?
I felt confident that it was going to end this way until he started to read until he started to say his verdict. And then at one moment when he was praising the police, I felt really, I was shocked because I really didn't feel the prosecution proved. So, but then when he said he believed both of their stories, then I, as a student of high school law, knew that he had to find her. So as soon as he said that, I was like, okay, I don't care what else he says. It doesn't matter what else he says. Right. So I was relieved at that moment.
Any message for Kelsey?
You are the most badass woman I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm so thankful that you're still here and that you weren't successful. Because your son needs you. And he doesn't need to lose his parent.
Thanks, Crystal. Romy. Hi. This is my friend Romy. So talk to me about, I'd like your perspective on closing arguments. During our break, I was reading some people that thought that the Commonwealth actually did a great closing. Some online comments that saying he did well, and that changed their opinion about what the verdict was going to be like.
It didn't change my opinion. His it's a lot stronger than his cross on Kelsey.
Mhm.
I thought a lot of things that he brought up should have been brought up on cross, but it was a good argument. It didn't sway me to think that the judge would feel differently about the case,
Right.
but then there's always that little
bit.
bit that you can find.
What made you follow this case? You can relate.
This panic, you have no idea.
Yeah.
What it does to you mentally, what it does to you physically. It's just a shitty situation she was put in all around. And it felt hard. Like, she's old enough to be my kid. Like, I'm old enough to be.
Don't
her
date
mom.
yourself.
Well, I'm old enough to be her mom.
Yeah.
And it's just this feeling of like, there was nothing put in place to protect Kelsey.
Right.
It was just always
Right.
That's not right. It's not
Well, I was going to ask, the judge said that he believed both their testimonies and that it was kind of an unprecedented position he was in.
I can see how you would. Like, I think they both have in their mind a version of what happened. And those two are the only ones in that room. Those two are the only ones that will ever know. And stress and trauma,
Right.
whatever's on your mind.
Great point. What do you think of Attorney Bradle? Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I think she had a good.
Yeah.
I thought it was very impressive. I thought the way that he interacted with Kubatosi, top notch, like
Yeah.
they got along. Like they were talking about each other.
I saw that in the beginning. I tweeted about that. Okay.
And they just, the respect they have for each other, even though they're on the opposite sides.
The judge mentioned that in his closing comments about, you know, how well they did. And it's a tough case
It is.
overall. Do you have a message for Kelsey at all?
She's worth so much more than what her mind might think.
Hopefully,
So much support.
obviously. Yeah. Thank you, Cal. It's been nice being on the side of you for this. Is Lauren on a live? Who is? Oh, really?
I'm tagging this.
Oh, hello, my love.
Are you live? Let's interview each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi. Identify yourself.
Lauren, Katie on Twitter, and Common Sense Investigator on YouTube.
I'm Jess Machado.
Yeah. Machado Show.
So you were in the courtroom. You traveled up here for this case.
I did.
Am I really interrupting you? Is that okay? Do you mind?
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything to do.
So let's talk about the verdict itself.
So thrilled.
Oh,
Oh. Things are
I'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Looks like we have.
Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you.
Want to say that we want to thank Kelsey and her family for having faith in us. We mean Martha and I want to thank so many people that Kelsey and her family have faith in us. And we got a very tough playing field for a long time. And we also want to thank Judge Karp. He did a great job and was a gentleman, treated us fairly and with justice. And that's all we ever asked for. Got it. So we're. But other than thanking everybody, I just want to hand it over to Martha. She's going to have some words for everybody first.
Thanks, Tim. This is not only the right result, it's a right result today. It's been a long odyssey. We started off in this case, understanding as we all do, and as the judge said, policing is a tough job. Being a mom is a tough job. On June 30th, trying to be a mom, back to work. And then her world fell apart. And unfortunately, on that day, that judge in court, she had to deal with all that. And unfortunately, what happened in that bedroom started a chain of events with a narrative that they never diverged from. They never asked her about it, rushed the judgment. And that case took on the life of itself, which unfortunately interfered with her life unnecessarily difficult. I think Tim and I have known from the beginning that that wasn't fair, that the charges probably weren't fair, and that we were going to deal with the system, and we were going to take this to trial, yes, without fail. We were able to do that when she testified in this case. And again, we're grateful for the judge's work. We're happy with this decision. And it's the right decision, as we said. She was always innocent until proven guilty. Commonwealth did not need her.
Kelsey, what was it like to hear that word, not guilty? To hear the judge say not guilty this afternoon. Sat there, you were on the stand yesterday, telling your story.
So,
Oh.
I thought
I went to jail for 103 days. I haven't seen my son. I had to sell my home, but I worked very hard for it. So this is my first breath of fresh air, and I feel like I can breathe again. However, my fight is not over. I have a son that I need to reunite with, and that's where we are right now.
Mhm.
Tell us my next steps for you and how this verdict might. I won't get into that, but I will say I am really excited.
Do you have any plan to hire a personal injury attorney or have a personal injury attorney representing you?
I will also not get into that.
Yeah, today we're celebrating this.
I'm focusing on today. And I also would just like to thank everybody. Sit outside each and every day. Believed me before I got to tell my story, because it wasn't 9 months later till I got to tell. And that was a long 9 months. Through those 9 months, you guys knew the truth. You guys believed in me, and thank you for that.
What's the message, Kelsey, what's the message to others that are in a position like yours after what happened today with the not guilty verdict? What would you tell other people?
Stop fighting for what's right, and when you know you did do something wrong, fighting for that. But you don't think you will wake up with her again? I won't comment on that either. I don't know what my career goals are at the moment.
In the last 9 months, you as a person, as a mother, as a defendant,
There's not a word. If you want an image of it, picture me on a mat in a jail cell crying for my son day after day after day after day. That's the only, there's not a word for that. But that is what happened. Like you owe something now, considering that you I'm not guilty.
leave that one to the lawyers. Hey, Kelsey, the judge was not exactly speedy in getting to the ultimate conclusion. How painful is that to sit there and wait for what we do?
I mean, it's okay. It's bad to, well,
Yeah. And obviously, the judge didn't have. Right. So we had this hybrid trial. Forthcoming throughout the trial. That's why the decision, which of course we could not have done.
Kelsey, you had this verdict. Brought place, and why do you think they were?
So I'm just going to repeat what I said earlier to that question. A set of things got set into motion on 30th. It then followed a narrative starting that night in that room. It never really got challenged. It never really got investigated. Any investigation. It never got tested in any way. But the presumption was that she was. So that's unfortunate. She never got a chance really to tell her story. Ordinarily, the system shouldn't work that way, but those and I have been on both sides. We know how it works, and sometimes when it doesn't work well and it works slowly, that's unfortunately what happens. And we want everyone, we counsel, to make sure that justice it took longer, sure everything. We got the right results. We are happy.
Kelsey, starting today, all of your bail,
Let's get these guys over here.
starting today, all of your bail restrictions are lifted. And you said you can breathe again, but there's a lot of changes that are going to take place today. You have a lot more freedom than you had. How do you plan to start that journey of freedom?
I want to go for a walk with my dog. I can't wait to take him for a run. I haven't been able to do that. That's our thing, going for a run. So,
Excited for you.
And don't forget, she couldn't do that
Right.
She had to sit in her house. That was her best case scenario, that she was a prisoner in her own home. And then her worst case scenario at the outset of this case, and like Martha said, this was such a
I was just in there,
bumpy
sorry.
road, a long, bumpy road that never should have happened.
Right.
And, you know, she had to spend time in prison. As a former police officer and corrections officer, she gets sent to jail. Someone with no criminal record, someone who shows up to court, has a wonderful history in this county, and sent to jail. To me, it's unprecedented. It terrorized her, and it's a horrendous, awful thing that happened. This case started out as a circus. And we are so grateful to end up in Lawrence in front of Judge Karp, who, like I said, the absolute gentleman, a consummate jurist, and he treated everyone in that room with respect, with humanity, with kindness, and we were very appreciative for it.
You have a message to your.
What did the judge say Friday that both Kelsey's testimony and the testimony should be held?
Well, Charlie, you know, he's the fact finder. He's got to make the sausage in the back room. You know, he's got to think about everything, and you know, it's a tough job for any fact finder in any case, really. But I mean, you know, Kelsey has said to you guys every time we're out here, I can't wait to get to the truth. I can't wait for the truth to come out. And finally, she got her chance, and she told the truth, and she put herself out there. The one person in the whole room that didn't have to testify. She's the one that got up there, put herself out there, and told the truth. And the judge, I think, treated her wonderfully. He was very humane, kind, and listened attentively to not only her, but to everybody in the case. And we're grateful for that.
And I'll just add two things to that. First of all, people can believe their time when they're mistaken, so they can reappear. And when defendant like this is credible, I think as Tim said in the opening and so that's the standard. The Commonwealth always has the burden behind you. We didn't know the one thing we weren't going to get.
Phil, do you have a question? You okay?
Forgive me if this is bubbling up, but you testified that 2 weeks. The judge case, and even the prosecutor seemed to connect with that. 9 months. Not working. It's not working. The next step is same thing. Hopefully, for anyone, will never have to.
Talked about that. We're going to talk about that with legislators. What kind of a system is it that somebody can walk into court, fill out a piece of paper, and in 15 minutes, take someone's baby away, take a mom of a newborn baby away? It's an incredible thing. It shouldn't happen. And we're going to work on some reforms of that statute.
Tim, how much impact do you think it had that plaintiff had connections, friends within the law enforcement community? Maybe you can't be just anybody.
I don't know about that.
To be determined, Michael. You know, to be determined. We have some other investigations to work on. We're going to leave no stone unturned, and we're going to find out exactly how and why this happened, who's responsible, and you know, we're not stopping here. You know, things that happened to Kelsey, we have with respect to her home being broken into, we reported that to the FBI. I've had it with Essex County. And there are other avenues to pursue. We're pursuing them, and we're in touch with the FBI on all sorts of federal crimes that were committed. We're in the process of dealing with it there. That's one example of other avenues that we're taking here. We're not sitting here at Essex County's beck and call. We know where to go. We know who to talk to, and we're doing that. Anybody else? Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Great job, Kelsey. Good job, Kelsey. No. She's just yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. We'll take a nice walk. I know. We'll take a nice walk. Oh. Good luck, Kelsey. I wish you the best. See you next month, your family. Go free. I'm celebrating.
Give it a thumbs up.
Nice job. Nice working with you again.
Right, I'm gonna add it on.
Ready to start together now?
What?
Get away, I'm gonna try again.
Right. So that is the conclusion of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. Let's turn the camera. Mazamita's over there. He's got a little.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of hugged you, girl.
Sir, I have a question for you. Sure. What are you going to do now?
Get a job. I'm sure there'll be another corrupt case coming along that catches my interest.
You've been out here every day. You're in front of every one of her hearings. You've been visibly advocating for Kelsey's freedom. How does it feel to you that today she is free?
It's great.
Your sign has come to fruition.
Yeah, right.
How do you feel?
No, I think Judge Carney made the sound and correct decision. And he didn't have to explain his decision in the detail that he did.
Yep.
But I think it was important for Judge Carney to say, listen, Officer Noonan may believe that the gun was pointed at him. She's saying she pointed at herself. She said, but the state has the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right.
So Judge Carp was basically compelled to find her not guilty.
Right.
But I think he took the time to offer his thoughts that maybe Officer Noonan thought he was justified.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm here to decide.
Right.
I'm here to decide if Kelsey's guilty of assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Correct.
And the state has failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right.
And that's basically what it boiled down to.
Anything you want to say to Kelsey?
Felt great to you today, Kelsey. It's been a long fight, and you still got a lot more to go. Get reunited with her son. But at least this is past her now. She doesn't have a conviction. She just turned in her GPS anklet and her scram device.
Yeah.
Now she can concentrate going forward in family and probate court. and, you know, somehow work it out with Justin. You know what I mean?
On behalf of all of Kelsey's supporters, I want to say thank you for your relentless support of Kelsey.
I was severely motivated to be here.
I know.
This case got me fired up.
Yeah.
Almost as much as Karen Reed.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had to be here, you know?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right. We're done. We're going to move on. Let me go say goodbye to my queens.
I always get a picture of that.
Goodbye.
You leaving?
Yeah.
You have your fucking guts.
I'm live.
Oh, hi, everybody.
That was
It's
Cheech. Per user. Nice to meet you, Cheech's sister. Meet you at
Next time.
the casino.
Go to the twins.
Casino. We call it Sino on my show. Sino.
During the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me.
We got to balance out now.
I love that. Bye, babe. Nice to see you again.
I'll talk to you soon.
Same.
I need one.
Rome, you leaving? Yes, I'm leaving. Same. Where are you parked? Oh, yeah. Where are you parked? All right. Don't get off town. I know. And I have to let go of Palmer, but I'm raging about what is this town talking about? Can you send that to me so I can see it when I get? Somebody will. All right. Yeah. Do some recon. Hi.
Kelsey yelled out, "I love your sign," so I gave it to her.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, and she's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, 1,000%.
Gonna put it in the apartment.
I'm like,
Aw. All right, girlies.
so happy.
Yeah, of course. We're all find a little bit of relief, I think.
Yes.
All right, besties. I'm gonna head over to the car. I'm gonna go say bye to Mazza and Attorney Bettero. A pleasure as always. Yeah. See you soon. Nice to see you again.
You too.
Mazza, farewell, friend. Nice to see you. Thank you. Attorney, nice to see you. You're going to Boston? Nice to have met you. Same. See you in Pensacola.
Yes.
All right. Scott McGinnis just goes, good day. It's a good day. Yeah, a little bit of a better day than good, but we got it.
You gotta drive back, huh? Fall River, is it?
Down that way. Yep.
Good luck with the traffic.
Thank you. Where are you headed?
Still New Hampshire, which is
Oh, you're much closer.
20 minutes.
Nice to see you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right, kids. Hi there. All right, we're going to walk to our car. We're going to get things settled. We're going to head home. I can't wait. We can talk a little bit more once we get in the car. You don't have to stay. I'm sure there's a lot of people chit-chatting. It's up to you. Hold on, I got to mute. Actually, I can say that. I just wasn't sure what she was going to say. She said she was crossing the street. An officer stopped traffic, asked if she was related to Kelsey. She said no, just a supporter. And he said she's a good girl and happy for her. So interesting. All right, we're parked all the way down here. Is society open? How long's my drive? I have so many things to say. Hello, my beautiful car without a parking ticket, which has been such a champ. I love you. Hello, Jeep Cherokee. Guess where we're going? HOME. Okay. Oops, shut that off. We need a second phone. Stand by. There's a bunch of stuff because my phone got turned sideways, because I guess you asked for it to be. And now I can't see it. This son of a bitch. I just get a text from this fucking kid. Listen. First of all, live to tape or whatever. There's that. I'm getting live to tape. Okay. Right. Next thing I have to say, you're an asshole. Why? I'm gonna just let everybody know. Jimmy just sent me a text message and goes, "You want to meet at the Plainville Casino?" On any other fucking day I would, but I gotta go home and see my family.
No, I know. You're dying to get home.
I really am. I miss my everybody's. Yeah.
Dude, I took a fucking journey this week. In the beginning, I'm like, nah, she's guilty. And then today, like, it just after she testified, completely turned around.
Yeah.
Listened to all this shit. Oh my god, I'm like, you fucking hate Justin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
His little fire buddies.
I'm so.
I'm like, you guys are so gay. It's like a gay porn. Fire buddy style.
It's just a boy and he's a faggot. Jimmy! You cannot use that word! No, you cannot use. Oh my god. I guess you can, but you can't.
I can. I can.
Will it help me though? I don't know.
You can say it too, guys.
No, what, Jimmy? You are fucking such an instigator. You want to go to the casino? You want to say the FAGGOT word? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. Let's just dismantle the channel you've built in about 30 seconds. Stop cackling. You're cackling. All right, I need to. You're an asshole. Everybody in my chat is laughing emojis. I have to hang up with you. Stop. You're hyperventilating. Stop smoking 2 packs a day.
I don't even smoke that much.
Let me get through this fucking bridal shower on Saturday and we can reconvene the coven.
All right, we'll figure it out.
All right, I love you. I have to go.
Love you too. I'll be listening.
Okay, goodbye. All right, we're going to do 2 things. The first thing we're going to do, you're all assholes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in. Can you imagine somebody texted me the Kelsey Fitzsimmons verdict online? Do you know where the fuck I've been all week? Don't bother. I'm blocking you. Jesus Christ. Here, Jess, thought you should know, and then it's a link to NBC. I'm good. Thanks. Who is on trial? Who? I am, for the first time in a very long time, typing in my home address, and I am hitting the directions, and I am thrilled. We have to take this phone off of Do Not Disturb, this one in particular, because we may have people that will call. So let's get that cleared up. Don't look at me. Keep walking. Do not look at me. 2 hours and 16 minutes. Fuck me. All right. Oh, morning Red Bull is still crisp. All right, so we're going to do this. But I'm going to have to call Meowser Tino, okay? So let's call Meowser, and then we will talk some more. But let's get out of this spot. Get me out of here. Now let's call Meowser. Holy shit. Not guilty. Not guilty. Tim Bradle is a legend. He is slowly but surely building an extremely significant reputation as one of the premier defense attorneys in Massachusetts. And, you know, he's going to win Aiden's case too. And that should put him on lock. Smells like money. Let's call Meowser. This will be brief. We gotta do all things. Live to tape, Meowser, live to tape. Hi, Mazer. Not guilty. Yes, it is a good thing.
Oh, plus you got your verdict, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes, we got the verdict, but more importantly, it was the verdict I wanted. Yes. So I'm just letting you know. I just left court.
It's more of a story if you don't get the verdict. That would just
Well, no, it doesn't go away. She's going to family probate court. So she's got a long fight. She's got to get her son back. She hasn't had her baby. So she's got to get her son back now. So that's coming up next month. With that being said, I am doing my live stream right now, but I told him to hold on because I'm going to talk to you. And then I'm going to, I just put this in my, what do you call it? My GPS, and it says like 2 hours and says I'm going to get home at 5:14. Okay. Georgia. Okay.
very tired.
Okay. Well, I'll be home, so I can pick up Georgia from work and whatever. I mean, we can order food when I get home. Is Jack home and working today or no?
I don't know if he's home, but he's definitely not working.
Okay. Are you home or you're not home yet?
No, I went to Plymouth just so I can make sure Jack can take Georgia for work. I'm gonna let her.
What time does she start work? 4 or 5? Oh, 5. Oh. Okay, I'm holding my phone to talk to you, so I don't want to do that, but I just wanted to kind of quickly touch base. Just to let you know that obviously we got a verdict. Obviously, I'm headed home and I'll be home in about 2 hours or so. All righty. Okay. Bye. All righty. All right. How's everybody feeling? If you're a Kelsey Fitzsimmons supporter, you know, I'm in a small group, an interesting group of people who have managed to be in courtrooms for much anticipated verdicts. And it is a very strange feeling. I don't know how to explain it. The anticipation is so bizarre. The tension, the thoughts that are like so quickly running through your mind. Where are we going with this? What's going to happen? You know, the room feels different. You have more court officers in there. Everybody is quiet. Everybody is like poised and ready to go. With Karen Reed, I will never forget, you know, I didn't see the second verdict. I got boxed out with Ted Daniel, which sucked, but you know, they move a court officer behind her because at any minute, if it's guilty, they're taking her to jail. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a tense situation, and the adrenaline is nuts. And I've been through it. So I was trying to like really try to disconnect from that feeling and just slowly watch and observe. And I couldn't do it. It was, emotions were just so crazy. And I was listening very intently. Aiden had his laptop out. I gave up. I didn't want to type. I didn't want to miss a thing. and I don't want to miss a thing. I didn't want to miss. And if I'm correct, I kid you not, cops that were in the courtroom are on the left of me. They are correct or not. Maybe I'm wrong. They all look alike. They all are bald in this car and they all got suits on. They all look like them. So I will tell you a secret. It's not a secret. Nobody cares. Can I tell you what happened? As the judge was speaking, I was listening to him. I was hearing key things about it being unprecedented, I think. I don't think he said unprecedented or unique. That he felt that both Kelsey and Noonan were believable. And I don't think that tipped the scale for me at that moment, right? But it was right after that. I typed not guilty onto my laptop because I knew. And I didn't send it. I just waited until, and he didn't say not guilty. He said like that. I don't know how he said it. I'll have to go back and listen, but he said words that obviously lent to her not being found guilty. And I hit send. And then because I had written it so far in advance, and by so far in advance, I mean a minute earlier. But when you tweet, you're tweeting live. Just to be sure, I wrote it again. I repeat, not guilty, because I almost didn't believe myself, I guess. I chose to look at Noonan when the verdict was understood instead of Kelsey. I knew what her reaction was going to be, but I didn't know what his was going to be. And it was void of emotion, no emotion whatsoever. I didn't see him react. I didn't see anything at all. I just saw, oh shoot, we want to get over here. I just saw him stand up and walk out. That's it. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. I don't have comments on the stage. Hold on, I'll get them next time I stop. Sometimes red light, perf. Let's go. All right. I'm not sure I can add anything to this. I'm not sure I have anything I could say. I think the judge got it right. I don't think they proved beyond a reasonable doubt. I think everybody should be satisfied with this. Because at the end of the day, Noonan wasn't on trial. Noonan wasn't facing jail time or probation or, having a record or any of those things. So everybody should be satisfied with that. Now, I know somebody kind of alluded to it, but there will be a civil trial, I'm sure. I am sure Kelsey Fitzsimmons, now that she was found not to be responsible for the shooting, is going to sue the living daylights out of them. That, again, we're faced with these civil trials that seem to not have as much interest as the criminal. But I don't know. I can't read the comments, but somebody said something. Somebody say something about me chewing gum. I haven't eaten. I had a muffin this morning and a wonderful piece of homemade banana bread this afternoon while we're on recess. I have a headache. Don't judge me. Oh, Noonan was chewing gum. Okay, I take that back. Love you. Love you. Hey, thanks. Gotta figure out where I'm going here. I'm going 495 south. And then what do we want? This is very confusing. Do we want we want 102 to 103B. Check. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. Washington Avenue, Somerset. Keep left? Okay. All right, let me just get out of here. Let me get out of this winding labyrinth of on-ramps and off-ramps. I'm overwhelmed. Can you tell? I'm all scattered. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know how I feel. I got a lovely hug from Attorney Bradel. Lovely hug from Kelsey. Lovely hug from Courtney. A very generously long hug from Kelsey's dad. And I said, does this mean we're back together? And he said, we were never apart. I didn't miss a beat. And then he said, stop, I'm going to cry, start crying again. And then he started crying again. So I will say, oh shit, fuck me. We're going here. Thank you. I knew where I was going. Y'all didn't know. Hey, what do you want from me? Fuck you. Who buys a Nissan Armada? Like now? Who's buying that in 2026? It's a mistake, sir. Anyway, let me see. I was just going to say, so the public left the courtroom, and as long as, to me, here's my state of mind when I leave courtrooms now. Until the pool camera disassembles, I stay in there. If one press member is allowed, I'm staying in. And I kind of make myself like a little hidden, which I'm sure some of you will say, how can you hide your fat ass in a courtroom? Trust me, I can. And I'm not feeling my slenderest today, but I did. Kind of hid behind him. And Aiden was hiding over here. And we were just like, we're not leaving yet. Because we wanted to talk to Tim and Courtney and Kelsey. And so we were waiting. So we waited until everybody left. Most of the press left. Then we went over to the defense table. And they were told that they had to go into a conference room because they had other matters to deal with. So we, were walking out past. We were waiting till the end. We were the last ones to leave the courtroom. And Kelsey's mom was standing out front. And as Kelsey walked out, she gave her a hug. And Kelsey walked past to go hug her dad. And Kelsey's mom, she's sobbing. And she leans over to her husband. And she says, now we go get Kaden. And I almost lost it. I was like, oh man. And her husband, Kelsey's stepdad, said, he put his arm around her. He was sobbing. And he said, soon. We're going to get him soon. Not tomorrow, but soon. I also think we saw a little bit more of Kelsey's personality. You guys got to see more of Kelsey's personality in the presser. She's had to obviously hold back for so long, and she had her own words to say today about what happened to her. Tim Bradel mentioned a couple things which I thought was interesting. The FBI has been contacted in regards to Justin Alain breaking into the house. He's like, I'm pretty much done with Essex County. I know what other avenues I could take, and I took them. So we're going to deal with this situation with the feds. Tim Bradel doesn't want to fuck around anymore. And you know what? He's got that clout and he can. And it just fits now. This is becoming he's becoming a powerhouse. I don't know what he was like before, so maybe he was. If so, I apologize, attorney. Maybe you were a powerhouse before and we just never saw it. I'm just telling you, he is becoming like, we're doing this, like, just tough, ballsy. Mainstream media is asking the same old boring fucking questions. And I'm like, the only thing I can think of, and I sent it to Aiden when we were in the courtroom, and I tweeted it out. Immediately after the rendering of a not guilty verdict, Kelsey Fitzsimmons would lose all of her all of the things that she had were going to be gone instantly. She's going to have to go and have her scram bracelet removed right there in the courthouse. But not only that, now she can, I just kept thinking, it's all off. She doesn't have to breathalyze. She doesn't have probation. She doesn't have an ankle monitor. She doesn't have to be under house arrest. She hasn't gone anywhere. She hasn't done anything. And only recently in the past 2 weeks has she been able to drive and go to her attorney. That's it. This is all I could think about. So, I mean, nobody else was asking. That's why, because your girl, Jess Machado, is always going to ask. I hate talking about myself in the third person. That's so dumb. Your girl, Jess Machado, knew to ask the right question. Like, okay, Kelsey, right now you're standing out here completely free. What are you going to do? And I fucking love it. She's like, I want to go for a walk with my dog. By the way, this dog thing, this isn't like a fluke and it's not fake. Kelsey Fitzsimmons' dad is a crazy dog guy. He talked to me about how he got a dog and flew it on a plane here. Like he is they're a very big dog family. He spent $4,000 on a dog. He has Kelsey's first dog that lives with him. And Kelsey is very, very close to her dog. So it's not like just some sort of like sympathy thing or whatever. They're a dog family. A big dog family that I could be. Shout out to Reagan and Quincy. Love you, babies. But this is a dog family. I love Reagan and Quincy, but I'm not flying them anywhere. You know what I mean? So I love that she said she can leave her house. She can take her doggo for a walk. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy she said that. It just goes to show again, like who she is, what kind of person she is. Like, she's not going to go to the club. She's not going to go to the fucking Kowloon and stop fucking tanking back fucking vodka tonics. She's going to go home and put on some Lululemons and some New Balances. And she's going to get her puppertino and she's going to go for a walk. I'm sure she's going to go out to dinner and celebrate. But I just am so hap. How about Scott McGinnis out there, huh? Every day, Karen retrial standing out there. Every day holding his flag. And then comes over to this one. Every single court hearing. Every single day. Rain, shine, snow, cold, warm. He is out there. I walk over to him because you know what? Everybody's around talking to everybody else. And I'm like, I wonder what the guy who has been holding a sign that says free Kelsey Fitzsimmons feels about Kelsey Fitzsimmons actually being free. I'm like, what are you going to do next? He's like, I don't know, get a job. That's great. Great. I got to also say, I witnessed a couple, more than once, moments between Timothy Carney and Aiden. Timothy Carney and Aiden Bradel. I witnessed a couple of moments between Aiden Carney and Timothy Bradel more than once throughout this trial when Tim did something, closing arguments, all these things, the acknowledgement between Aiden and Tim on multiple occasions. Tim nodding his head at Aiden, Aiden nodding his head back at him and smiling. It was, listen, if you're Aiden Carney, if you're a turtle boy, how you feeling today, bro? You feeling like you might win your case? You got to be feeling great. He is, by the way. I talked to him, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, you got to be feeling great that your attorney pulled off a win. Not pulled off, but was successful in his defense of his client in one of the most high-profile cases in the country right now. This case has been picked up by multiple national news outlets, disparaging posts, New York Post, which, by the way, I love the Post, but you got it wrong. I don't know which one of you tipped him off to this, but you got it wrong. they're pro cop, so maybe it's just like the anti-cop thing or whatever, but like, I mean, I went in there as often as I could to like correct them and say, hey, if you really want this story, you can call me. But like, they just, I was disappointed. But anyway. So I think Aiden must be feeling great. I think he must be, you know, you have an attorney that has been your attorney for several years, and you've got a case coming up later this year, and your attorney just won big, and you got to be happy with that. You got to be happy with that. And I think that's a good sign for things to come for Aiden. I asked him, by the way, I said, does it feel, what did I say? I can't remember how I said it, but it was like in essence about like, how's it feel to like be in the courtroom for like, oh, I think I said like, just to think like this will be you at the end of the year. And he went, yes. And he's like, well, he's like, there's still a motion to dismiss out there. And I was like, you're right. Mark Vetero was there. He's got a foot in a cast, take a boot and a boot. Mark Vetero was there. As you know, he was scheduled to be in court with Aiden tomorrow, but that has been moved. So I think overall, listen, all of the YouTube pundits are going to dissect this case and work their way through it and go over it. That's not my job. I like observing things. I like watching everybody. I like getting tea and looking at things. And listen, a lot of the people that were here are the same people from the Karen Reed case. I'm not sure if you would have what you had for this with the support and all of the people and the public here if you didn't have the Karen Reed case. I'm sure that needs to be, you know, dissected, but you know, this thing that happens, this support system that takes place. Oh, what was the Cheech tea in the photo I shared? It actually wasn't really Cheech tea. She was showing everybody pictures of the Plymouth cop that Aiden had done a story on. She was put on leave without pay. Aiden broke the story before everybody else, and they poached it that she was involved in the sexual abuse of a child that she and her husband or fiance or boyfriend had adopted. And Cheech wanted everybody to make sure they knew that the photo of that police officer depicted her to be far more attractive than she was in real life. And Cheech was scrolling through photos of the woman not looking as nice. And Cheech was very upset that the picture was so misleading. Cheech is a hot shit. And she definitely, we'll back up a second about the Karen Reed thing or whatever. But are we staying on this? Yes, we're staying on this. Like, it was Cheech is so funny. Cheech is single. She's in the lesbians we love category, as you know. Her sister was there today, who is not a lesbian and looks absolutely nothing like Cheech. If they were standing side by side, you would not guess that they were sisters. When she opens her mouth, kinda. We shared casino stories today. Anyway, she's basically saying Cheech's sister wants her to date. She wants Cheech to date Sue O'Connell. And Cheech is pissed because Cheech is not into butchy lesbians. Now, I was told I could say that word. But Cheech thinks she's a butch lesbian. And I guess she is. I don't know why I don't look at her that way. I just don't. I don't know. I'm just not sure. She is a butch lesbian. She says that she is, so I have to accept that. I'm not sure. I don't really think so, but whatevs. Anyway, Cheech likes the really, really pretty ladies. She wants hot lesbians. And she also doesn't care hot. I mean, not really lesbian. She just cares that they're hot. For example, the female attorney, Julie Hess, for family probate, that's representing Kelsey, Cheech is in love with her. And she told me so many times over the course of the past 3 days. She's obsessed. So anyway, Cheech's sister wants to set her up with Sporty Sue, and Cheech ain't having it. She ain't having it. She's just always trying to find wants me to find her someone to be in a relationship with. That's not my job, Cheech. It's not my job. I'm an independent journalist. I'm also an award-winning journalist, lest you all forget. Speaking of that, as much as I don't like the circumstances of what has been going on, I very much enjoyed getting back into a courtroom and covering a trial like this. I have spoken at length about life after the Karen Reed trial and how nothing felt the same way. Nothing inspired me. Nothing felt right. I covered a couple of cases, like nothing crazy. It just felt different. And I think at the expense of, unfortunately, Kelsey's case, I was able to kind of like get back into this and remember how much I love it. Also remember where I came from. Also, I'm very different now. I'm very different. I'm not saying I was timid before, but lack of equipment, lack of skill, lack of experience, lack of all of those things made me different. And I don't feel that way at all anymore when I am there. I have every right to be there, if not more so. Now I am not on the bottom rung. The bottom rung belongs to Mike Crawford and Law Girls. They're on the bottom rung. They don't belong there, right? So I'm up a little bit. I've moved up a little bit. Listen, I maintain, I'm just going to be honest with you. The Law Girl situation has got to be talked about. We'll save it, but like it's got to be talked about. The mother does nothing. She actually has to be there probably because her child is a minor. So she takes up a seat. She doesn't do anything. She just sits there, dresses in jeans. I don't fucking care. Here's my take on it. If you're putting $275 espresso machines on your wish list that imaginary people asked you to post, then you should have enough of money to wear clothing that is court appropriate. Anyway, she doesn't. And then you got the little law girl who's sitting there plugged directly into the camera, right? Which you can do. You can plug in. If you got people and you got to stream for them and you want to do it on your platform, you're not obligated to like pick up the stream from Court TV on YouTube. You can. If you're there and you want to plug in, you can. But you better fucking be streaming for more than 4 people. Like fucking 7 people is the max I ever saw. What are you doing? This is a waste of resources. You gotta go. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. Going back to what I was going to say, there is a new thing that is happening in Massachusetts, and it is boots on the ground that I just have never seen before. I've never seen this. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I stand to be corrected. If this is something that has existed before, tell me. Fine. However, there has been a culture of supporters that has been formulated and birthed through the Karen Reed trial, 1, and the Aiden Carney hearings, and Karen Reed 2, that is now turned into what I think is the standard for how people support people in court who many believe are victims of political or, internal corruption. This is a style that has been kind of formulated and tweaked, and it's very interesting. We're going to talk more about it, but TT's calling me. Hold on. Hello. I'm doing a live stream. Nobody can hear you. Okay. Okay. You can, but I don't know how you would let the I don't know. All right, then just go get them. Then do it that way. Okay. 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 All right. I will. So it's just it's a new thing. And I think we saw on a lesser extent, everything that we saw for Karen, for Kelsey, we saw dressing in a color, which means we hear you that you don't want us to put names on t-shirts. You don't want us to influence jurors. You want us to keep this clean. Well, you found a workaround. We are now wearing colors. You can't stop us from picking what color shirt we wear, can you? You can't tell us we got to wear black shirts to court, can you? Can't stop us from wearing purple. You can't stop us from wearing pink. So everybody got savvy and was just like, now this is it. Now this is how we're going to do it. So now we get a color. And we're all going to get out and we're going to hold signs. One supporter of Kelsey Fitzsimmons told me that she made a sign for Kelsey, and Kelsey said she loved it so much she asked her if she could have it, which she took it and she gave it to her. So we've seen that. The other thing too is that what this does is it kind of strengthens the victim in a way that you normally don't get. How many times have we talked about if Aiden Carney didn't do the Canton stories and he didn't talk about Karen Reed, would she ever have the support that she had? And would this trial have gone the way that it did? So many variables in regards to the boots on the ground, but more importantly, the thousands and tens of thousands of supporters that Karen Reed had, that translated into millions of dollars. That translated into Alan Jackson. You know, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, as nice of a family, as pretty, as articulate as Karen Reed is, that money isn't being generated without somebody framing you as a likable defendant and getting everybody to buy into that, which is not easy to do because you're a defendant in a murder trial. You know what I mean? And so I think, you know, if you really want to get technical about it, and let me lick my hand so we can caress the balls of Turtle Boy with this, he's really responsible for all of what is gone on right now. These movements, these people, he has empowered people to go. He has asked you, show up, get here, come outside, I'll be here. And then for himself, because he knows that's what he needed. He's like, get here, be here, I need you, come here, show support, because there's strength in numbers. And you know what also every single solitary person is that is going to these court cases? They're fucking voters. They're voters in the state of Massachusetts. You know who they vote for? District attorneys. They vote. And what he's doing is he's empowering a voting base to fucking make change. And there's a reason why Morrissey isn't running again, because he knows they would mop the floor with him in the election. He would never get reelected. So don't ever let, like, the naysayers, the haters, that weird small demographic of anti-Turtle Boy, anti-Karen Reed, and anti-Kelsey, all those, don't let those people even get a word in edgewise when this is even being discussed, because what they know to be true is what I know to be true, which is what movements mean is those movements can be utilized for various amounts of work. And when you've got a group of people who are willing to go to courthouses, willing to stand outside, willing to send money, willing to share posts, they're also willing to share posts for candidates. So there's, the politicians, they don't want any of this. That's why they're always like looking at it with disdain. They distance themselves from it. No politician is jumping on the free Karen Reed train. They stayed the far fuck away from that. You know what? Until the verdict was over. And then they started fucking sharing their posts on Facebook. They know that if you're pro Karen Reed, well, she's acquitted, so that's good for you. They're lucky that it's an election year this year and not last year when that trial was going on. But, I really believe that the supporters of Karen Reed and the boots on the ground are really the number one reason why Morrissey will not be reelected, because, district attorneys lose cases all the time. That's not enough of a reason for them to not bring them back again. It's not enough of a reason for their voting base to turn against them. And Morrissey was wildly popular in Norfolk County consistently with a big campaign coffer. So, what you did is you scared him into running again because he didn't want to lose. Nobody wants to go out that way. He doesn't want to go out down bad. He's going out on top. He won his last election. I don't even know if he had a challenger. And he's going out on top, and that's it. So, this little group of activism is really far more powerful than what I think haters like to admit. I'm sure you all know that. Maybe I just said a bunch of things to you and you all are just like, why is she saying this? We know this to be true. I don't know. I'm just chatting. Want to hear something else that was great? So obviously we were at trial every single fucking day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday. The court officer that has been sitting on the side of me, he's older. He's the oldest one in the room, I suspect, court officers in the room. I don't know what he said. I don't even know how it started, but he asked me my name. And I said, I'm Jessica Machado. And he goes, I knew it. And I said, you did? And he goes, I had a friend of mine who was here. I thought he said was here watching yesterday. So maybe somebody he knew who was watching the trial in the courtroom. And now yesterday was an interesting day because there were some empty seats. So perhaps that's the case. And he said, I have to be professional. He said, which I'm going to be. He said, I watched all of your updates for the Karen Reed trial 1 and 2. And I was like, you did? And he goes, I'm a big fan. He goes, I checked out Aiden's stuff too. He goes, but every day I went to your Twitter account to get your updates. He said, because you've always talked about things that nobody else was talking about. He even knew I got fired for Fall River Reporter. He knew everything. And I was like, oh, very interesting. You never know, really. That's my take. I say this all the time. You never know. I had something else I wanted to say too, another behind the scenes thingy that I can't remember. He's listening right now. Shout out, bestie. I'm not going to give your name, although I just said it, but shout out. What else? Oh, the questions I asked this morning. I can't really see that whole comment, but I see something about questions this morning. Yeah, so listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I had planned on doing this if I could catch it at the right moment. I have no fear about I got text messages, people like, oh my God, you got such, I have no fear about asking questions to anybody. I asked Governor Moore Healy questions. I've asked Jake Auchincloss questions. I have no fear. I don't care. They're just regular people. They are just regular people, so I don't care. The problem is logistically, I wanted to make sure I was in a position to do it. So I've always been kind of looking for an opening, and it opened itself up to me this morning where they were herded like cattle waiting for the door to open. And I came up from behind them and Noonan was right there. And you know, maybe if he were a little bit more somber, but he was joking. He was saying stuff and he was dropping F-bombs. I didn't type that out because I didn't want to get into it, but he's like dropping F-bombs when he's talking or whatever. And everybody's just like in a real laid back kind of mood. And I'm just like, this is just, again, not the vibe. And so once I saw how it was all set up and I saw Kelsey's dad standing on the top step looking so somber and stoic. And here's this guy, he has no choice but to stand in this line where all of these police officers are lined up behind him in support of the man that shot his daughter. I felt so bad for him. And he's got an Abe Lincoln face to me, like worn but wise, and just felt for him. And so I was like, well, this is it. I'm gonna ask questions. I was checking my time because I knew they were going to open the doors right on time. And I just didn't want to be caught out there too long. I wanted an escape, essentially. You don't know how they're going to answer. What if somebody came and said something to me? What if somebody got gun in my face? I wanted to be able to escape in a way. And so I waited until the door opened. So I don't know if you can tell it from the video, but I waited right until the door opened, and I knew I was going to ask about the whack job thing. I knew. If you haven't seen it, I clipped it because I thought it was that good. But I asked Noonan if he still thought that Kelsey was a whack job, and he didn't answer me. And he like turned completely around so that he wasn't facing me. And then like another cop urged him up the step and put their hand on his back. And then Houston was off to the side, and I asked questions about him, if he was ever really Kelsey's friend. And I got a couple good questions in, and of course nobody responded and nobody answered. But you know what? Do you think that it would be fair? Kelsey has to answer questions from the press, that these guys don't get asked questions. Why doesn't the press ask them? Where's mainstream media asking Noonan? He's the main person in this case. How come nobody asked him anything? Why didn't mainstream media ever approach him? They had they were to walk around the door and they didn't have, they just watched him walk away. So why? Why should he not be questioned? If he has to go or chooses to go on a stand and say his truth, ask him about it. Approach him kindly. Don't even ask the kind of questions I ask. But why won't you ask him? What does it feel like to be here today and tell your valid truth journey on the stand inside Lawrence Superior Court? They don't do that. It's not part of their fucking repertoire. They'll never do that. And I just don't think these people should kind of like get away with it. You should feel the same kind of scrutiny everybody else does. You're out in public. You can get a camera on you. You can get a fucking question at your face. You can choose to walk away. You can choose to say nothing. You can choose to sit back. You can do whatever you fucking want. I don't care. But it's a wild, wild west out here. We can do whatever we want. Add it to my obituary. Ask the tough questions nobody else would. Thanks. Can I just tell you how absolutely fucking thrilled I am that my GPS has decided to take me 495 all the way to 24, and I am skipping all around the city? What a dream. I don't like the city. I don't like the tunnel. I don't like the bridge. I don't like Boston traffic. I don't like the merging. And now I get to just coast on 495? Ugh. Yay. We only have an hour and 18 minutes left. Let's fucking go. Oh, I have a bunch of text messages. Wasn't even looking, wasn't paying attention. Oh, wait, Pal wants to jump on. Yes. I am going to very delicately and very carefully try to get Aiden can I get this? How do I, let me see. Let me get it. You know what? It's like the Lord. So in a second, I'm going to get the thing for Aiden. Let's get his take on stuff. Let me get it though. I need it. And we're about to hit traffic, which is just such perfect timing. Give me 1 sec. I would love to hear what he has to say. Well, we talked a lot, but I want you to hear what he has to say. All right. I sent it. I can't text you, but I sent it. Hopefully I can get him on. I'm going to stay in my studio when Casey jumps in and I can add him. It's very hard to do while driving, but fortunately, a little bit of traffic. Fun fact, I don't need my directions anymore. I know exactly where I'm going. Did I take the stuff from the hotel? I checked out early this morning. I was all checked out. Oh, I think there's an accident and that's why. Okay. All right, I think, let's see if Aiden is on. I don't know. We're going to try to do this. So that's my car. I don't want to be here. 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 This state trooper just got so mad at this person. All right, I sent it to Pal. If we were in a rave, sorry. If he hops on, I'll see it. All right. So with that being said, oh, he's in. I can't see him. How do I? This is problematic. I think I sent him. Hold on. I think I sent him the wrong one. Somebody tell him he's in the wrong one. Oh, here he is. Never mind. I see him. Did he use the name Turtle Dove?
Yes, I did.
Hi,
Actually.
pal.
How you doing? With the fake bus stop.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I'm not sure if I can hear you. Hold on.
I can hear you.
Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to do this while driving. One sec.
Yep.
All right. Hi.
How you doing?
All right, pal. What do you think?
Just it was pretty awesome feeling. I was listening to your YouTube presentation on my drive home, and it is a great feeling to see that my lawyer came through 2 for 2 for those keep it track at home. You know, acquittal, and then hopefully another one in December if we get there.
Did you think it was going to be not guilty?
I was nervous. After talking to you, I was nervous. I definitely thought I was going to be not guilty last night, but then that guy did a good job today with the whole.
He did.
And they really didn't have an answer for it about the one in the chamber thing. I think they should have pointed out, but then they were tied it. Like, how do you explain that, right? Because it's far. If you got to say the police planted shit, that's like a next level. You know what I mean? Now you're talking conspiracy and like that's a harder sell. It was easier in the Reed trial to sell that. This was a little harder to sell. Actually, it wasn't easier in the Reed trial. They abandoned the conspiracy thing in the second trial and focused on he wasn't hit by a car,
Correct.
And so that's a tough sell. So, I mean, I thought they should have said that, she tried shooting herself and then she put the bullet back in, but that wasn't her testimony, so they couldn't go with that,
Right.
Which is why people don't take the stand. But either way, I'm glad that she's acquitted and close one, very close.
I don't know how long you've been listening, but I was talking a little bit about how there seems to be like a certain style right now of how support systems get into place when you have someone who is what people think are a victim of either police corruption or kind of like Commonwealth corruption. You have this boots on the ground group of people. They show up, they wear their colors, they show up to these hearings, they donate their time, they donate their money, they share these live streams, they do all of this stuff. My feeling is that you started that, and it seems to be like it's a new way of life when it comes to these high profile trials. We have Sandra Birchmore's case. There's other ones coming up. Do you recognize that a lot of what is happening in regards to these cases, especially corruption and police corruption, kind of all going back to how you started this movement?
Oh yeah, I mean, this definitely comes from the Karen Reed movement. There's no doubt. I mean, a lot. Is there anyone involved in the Kelsey Fitzsimmons movement that wasn't?
Hard to say. No, I don't think so.
I've never met one. If they exist. So certainly, I think it's a lot of carryover. A lot of people just looking to keep this going like that. She's not the only one. You mentioned boots on the ground before, and people that call themselves that, like there's a specific group of people. Like Scott McGinnis was there. Like Scott's definitely he's one of the real ones, but unfortunately it's like I didn't see a lot of the other people there, and it's just like I don't call them boots on the ground. It's the Karen Reed fan club, right? It's like they just follow Karen around. Like it's just it's literally a fan club for Karen Reed, which is why they all got upset about me, and it's like, so whereas like Scott's a real one. Scott's in this for the justice. He's at all my shit. He's at all Kelsey's shit. And a lot of those people are. So Jay Bro was there. He is the movement, of course. So
I saw him go over to Kelsey and say congratulations. And I don't know if she just didn't see or hear him, but she did not acknowledge it. I watched that happen in real time.
Both,
I was talking
her
also,
dad and her stepdad came over. Her dad and her stepdad came over to be like, that guy's a douche.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like they don't, oh yeah, they did not, they're like, who is this fucking guy? And why is he causing problems out for you? Like we want you here. They made that clear. We want you here. Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, I mean, I'll add to that. Let there be no doubt that you were very well embraced and wanted by not only the family, but Kelsey. She said hi to you multiple times. I saw you guys embraced after the verdict. There should be no doubt that, it sounds, people have this all screwed up. It was your choice to not really get involved. You thought that the optics of it, right? That you should not be involved in something your attorney was involved
not
in.
the optics, but like the awkwardness. Like I wanted to criticize Bradel's closing today.
Right.
And I felt uncomfortable doing that because he's my lawyer. So it's like, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? I can't be myself if I can't say what I wanted to say. I didn't think it was a great closing. I didn't. And it's like, but they still won. I think he did a good job overall. But it's like, I don't want to be in, I guess I did just criticize her, right? So, but it's like,
you did.
I didn't tweet that. So, but it's just like, it was a tough position because it's like, I'm just going to be perceived as, Tim Bradel's like, yes, man, doing this. Yeah. Whereas like, I want to, my brand is like honesty and like saying how I really feel. But either way, I believed in Kelsey's innocence. I was happy to support her. I think it's wrong. I think the police all showing up like thugs today. Like, what was that all about? They're just such fucking douchebags. It's so cliche how they all show up like that. Like for Noonan. Oh, bro, nothing happened to the guy. He didn't get hurt. The only one who got shot is her. And they're all like, oh, here, Noonan. Oh, you're going to be okay. We have your back. Bro, he's fine. Nothing happened to him. What are you talking about?
Well, not yet. I mean, do you envision that he'll be named in a civil lawsuit?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Kelsey about that. I'm not entirely sure. I think Bradel would be represented. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, the fact that she was incarcerated, taken away from her baby and all that shit. Like that's a lot of damages she has, you know? Yeah. I don't know if I lost you there or not from breaking up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now, yeah. But yeah. I thought that
Did you hear that Tim Bradle? Oh shoot.
did I hear that Tim Bradle what?
Let's try. Tim Bradle said that he has been in touch with the FBI in regards to Justin breaking into the house. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. That was interesting. He was in touch with the FBI regarding my stuff too. So I won't hold my breath to think the FBI is going to do anything, But he definitely has like an in there, with the feds. So is what it is, So
I wanted to ask you. I mentioned that.
Somebody. You wanted to ask me what? I don't know. The service sucks.
At the expense of Kelsey, we got to kind of like revitalize our courtroom jobs of getting in and tweeting and covering cases. It doesn't feel good to do it, but in a way, I think it felt good to do it. Did it feel good to kind of be back doing it?
100%. It felt like it's like, all right, we're back in business now, doing what we do best, no drama, just focusing on this. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, I agree.
It was good to be back, But
what
anyway, we just got back, so I gotta get going. But thank you. Good stuff today, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.
Thanks, pal. Bye.
No problem. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How's your day?
All right. That was bestie. Sorry for little technical difficulties in the beginning. Did we see little baby turtle in the background? We did. I have to also be honest with you. I was reminded of it this week. I know that Aiden has young children, right? But this week I was reminded of it when he was talking about he was getting there a little late because he had to go drop the kids off. He was leaving a little early because he had to go and pick the kids up. And I've got to be honest with you, as a parent who is very involved in their children's lives and a very present parent, I could not imagine covering the Karen Reed trial or this trial or any trial for that matter with small children that I was still going to schools and picking up. It was almost a prerequisite that I didn't have them. Do you know what I mean? I don't really, dude, I just feel like I'm not caressing ball sacks here, but also caressing ball sacks. Are people going to give this guy any credit at all? Like, covering the Kelsey Fitz Simmons case, I got to bounce out of this presser a little early. I got to go and pick up my kids from school. Like, I don't know. Also, sir, you make a lot of money. Maybe pay for someone to come and pick them up. And I know we wouldn't because it's not the kind of dad he is. I don't know, just doesn't get the credit for it. He's like a hands-on dad, hustling and doing all the shit and covering stories and covering them well. It's so weird. So anyway, babysitter wasn't available. I don't know who said that, but I'm just saying I couldn't do it. I'm a bitch when it comes to that stuff. I wouldn't be able to do all of the things. I can see someone just said I just missed it. Anyway, he works so hard. Also, just to know, nobody from the Elaine family was present in court today whatsoever. We saw no one. Just an FYI. Also, I will mention, because Aiden had just said it about the cops showing up to court. I'm not sure it was equal parts. I think it was equal parts supporting Noonan and also boxing out Kelsey supporters. You know what I mean? Like they had 20 cops show up. That's half the courtroom. You know what I mean? So not saying it was less about supporting Noonan, but let's get as many people as we can to fill the courtroom, to support him and to box out all of the purple shirts, so to speak. So I felt that way as well. I don't know what else we could cover. We've been doing this for quite a bit. Let's see, an hour and 45 minutes. That's actually like half as much time as we do on a morning 24. We're good. I am so excited to go home. I am so thankful that the judge rendered a verdict today and that I am on my way home. I am so grateful to have the full day tonight, nighttime, and tomorrow. Let's call Sweetles. I gotta call Jack. I just gotta see what's up. Jack was very stressed today. I don't know how or I don't know why, but Spotify didn't renew this month. When I got in, my card had been removed, and I don't know if something had happened. How often do you pay Spotify? Once a month? We've been in the money for a while now. It shouldn't have been an issue. I don't know what happened. When you're stressed out, my kids, you know how they love music. Spotify wasn't. I was like, let me fix it. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him, but I just want to know if he's going to be home. Really have to make a decision here. Are we going to order food and have it delivered to the house, or Jeff and I going to go out and get something? Hi, Sweetles. Are you working tonight? Okay. All right. Are you going to be home? I'm just trying to think about dinner. If you weren't going to be home and Georgia was working, I was just going to go grab something with Jeff, but we'll order out. Did you guys order out last night or no? Okay. What? Oh, okay. Do you want me to order out? I don't really want to cook. It's been a long day. Okay. Are you home? All right. I've got like an hour or so to go and I will be home. I miss you. Huh? I am driving. Why? What do you need? Oh, you need me to send it to you. You've been without music all day. I'm sorry. I was in court. I was covering the trial. Not guilty. I won't tell you all about it. It's fine. It's good. It's the verdict that I wanted. So I was on the right side of it yet again. Just a really quick question. Are you working on Saturday at night? Okay. We have Julia's shower on Saturday, right? Okay. All right. I won't need you for anything, but I'm just letting you know, like, Georgia and I will be out of the house for the most part from 10-ish until around 4-ish. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to be hands-free and I will just talk to you in an hour. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Holy shit, that car is going fast. Anyway, what else? Do we have anything else? Kane sent me a nice message and he said, congrats on my coverage. Thank you, Kane. Anything else I need to know? Do I think some cops were there for Kelsey? Unequivocally not. All of these police officers were standing together. They were all there for Noonan. Unequivocally, not one police officer was there for Kelsey. It just went really fast, but I saw somebody say society. I can't wait for society. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow morning, here's the plan for tomorrow morning. Let's get it all locked in. By the way, all right, let me just say, okay, here's the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We have one day to put together all of the elements of Julia's bridal shower together. I just want to let you know, I have no doubt that I will accomplish this. I just want to let you know that tomorrow, had this verdict come in tomorrow, it would have been almost impossible scenario, but we are locked in. So tomorrow morning, we are going to get up in the morning in my own bed for the first time since last Saturday, which was the first time in a whole week. And we're going to get up in the morning. We're going to bring Georgie to school. And I'm so excited. And then we're going to drop my little cherub off at school. And then I'm going to drive to society, all while doing the 24 on 24 back home edition. We're going to talk a little bit. And then we are going to work off the list that I am going to cultivate tonight. I'm going to open up all my packages from Amazon with all of the decorations, all of the things. We're going to make a list of all of the elements to the shower. We're going to highlight all the things that are all set, all done. We may have to make some phone calls and do some texts. I have to think about what I'm going to wear to the shower. I have not even begun to think about it. For those of you who have a deep concern or worry about the girl that we used to bring to school, I want to let you know she has been going to school. George told me she has been going to school. We have not been bringing her, but she has been attending school. I am going to revisit this with Georgia. I'm going to see if there's been anything that changed in the past 2 weeks. If they have speaking at school, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out. And if things are okay, maybe we will do this again and bring her with us, but it's really George's call. I also wanted to just say, I slightly worried about my daughter's inner thoughts on whether or not she was viewing me not respecting her opinion on this and usurping her feelings and putting the right thing in place above how she feels. Not in an attempt where I should like teach her a lesson, but like to try to be righteous and say like, this is the right thing to do. I didn't think about that a lot at the beginning. I just want to let you know the decision to no longer pick up the child was based on my daughter. And I wanted her to know that I respect her boundaries. Okay. So I'm just memorializing that here. So that's that. You know, my daughter only has we're in almost April. So April, May, and a little bit of June left to her junior year. And then one more year of high school. I want her to be as happy as she possibly can. So, and also it's hard as it is for me to say, the other girl has a mom, you know? So there's that. What else? Can't wait to see Nima. It's also crazy that I'm going from like sheer isolation to on Saturday going to see many, many people, family, friends, all of Julia's bridesmaids, her maid of honor, Hannah, who is like part of our family. She lives in Washington, D.C. now, so we very rarely get to see her. I'm so happy she's going to be here. And also, like, it's coming at the perfect time where Julia has said that she has done everything wedding-wise. And so I'm so happy to celebrate her. I also, like, miss my other children, like, in connecting with them, like, every day, like, our routines. And I miss Meowser Dino. As much as I would like to say that we are done with activities and things for a while, I have a town hall candidates night event that we are hosting that I have to push together. I bought myself some time with that, not that I wanted, it's just that other people were dropping the ball on things or whatever. So I've got that. When the heck is that? So I've got that either, is it next week or the week after? I've got to put that together. And then I think that it's Easter. And then I think I'm okay. I think for the month of April, we're done until the last day of April, which is Georgie's birthday. She's going to turn 17. So I think, but we don't do parties like that. That'll just be like a family dinner. Still haven't celebrated my birthday with the fam. Someone was hacked post on my page. Thank you, TT, for the heads up. So, oh, what is this? I gotta look into. What is this? Tracy says, hi, can someone give me an update? Okay, I gotta leave an audio message. Stand by. Hi, everybody. I'm not sure if everybody was aware. I was out of town last week on vacation, and this week I was covering need to rejuvenate this event. I haven't been able to read all the comments. I just see that the invite is in here. I am home in an hour. I've got to just like reconnect and do some things at home. At some point tonight, I'm going to update that. And I will send another message. If people are willing to assist and help and, whatnot, I'm going to be very frank with you. I'm overwhelmed with like professional things, and I just have not been able to be as hands-on as I would like. So, and then getting resistance in regards to like the date was just a setback, and so that's where I'm at. But I will just let me get home, and I will revisit this within a couple hours. Thanks. Literally, as I was thinking about this, I went to look at the date, and I opened up my Facebook Messenger, and there is a ton of comments about it from everybody. Wants to know what's going on with it. So there's that. Here's what's going on with it. I haven't done anything because I've been busy. I have definitely stretched myself too thin. Definitely stretched myself too thin. I just saw somebody said something about, oh, code word pineapple. Thanks for reminding me. Yesterday, while I was doing my live, I got distracted and I couldn't say it or talk about it. But I was distracted because Kelsey Fitzsimmons was getting into the vehicle on the side of me at the hotel. So she took a car back to the hotel with Tim and Courtney. We were all staying at the same hotel, and Kelsey, my windows were open because it was warm yesterday, and Kelsey just like walked up along the side of me, and so I muted you guys, and I got distracted because she was there. I would like to introduce to all of my bunnies and all of my besties our new moderator and wrench holder, Patrick Ford. Please give him a warm bunny bestie welcome. I have gifted him a wrench, less for him and his enjoyment and more out of sheer spite to Cyberchick and her just being an absolute dirty person and doing me dirty by not responding to my text message and then attempting to troll me in my chat yesterday. No. I think now see his time for me to also announce that the merch store has been worked on. It will be revitalized probably maybe tomorrow. And I did introduce a brand new hoodie. Yes, it does say no heart emoji. Oh, and it will be available for purchase. A couple other things that you're going to love on there too. I'm obsessed with merch. It makes me happy. It makes me happy because everybody buys it and I make money off of it. But also it makes me happy because it's our fucking secret jokes and we're going to wear it on our fucking sleeves, literally. If you either you know the jokes or you don't. Either you know what a beaver moon ceremony is or you don't. And you know what? There's a lot of fucking people that do. So I love, oh, something just flew off of somebody's car. Jeez Louise. $4.95 be wilding out here. And so merch because it's fun. And also I like merch. I was a merch girly before I started dominating the merch landscape. I got all my Barstool hoodies. I'm a merch girly. Only, by the way, on stuff I really love. Like, only stuff I really love. It's got to mean something. It's got to have a $4.95 on $4.95. Well, I don't know what you all can see, but I can see 6,808 people watching. 6,809, 810. Do I hear 811? $4.95 on $4.95. It's about that time. It's about that time. Listen, I'm sorry, but if Afro Man can write a whole ass song about pound cake and sheriff's deputies, I can put cyber chick shit on merch or 5150 shit on merch. I know my First Amendment, right? I know that this is all satire and it's all fun. It's not serious. Nobody should be taking my merch seriously. Please don't. Please don't take it seriously. Disclaimer. Every single piece of merch should be considered a joke where I laugh all the way to the bank. Jimmy asked me, oh, TT told me I'm no longer allowed to talk about how much money I make. I can't talk about if this month was better than last month. I can't talk about the money. She said it makes people uncomfortable. Fine. But before I institute this, TT, I would like to reserve the right to say that I sold like $13,000 worth of merch in like 2.5 weeks. Thank you. That is all. And I have a 50% profit margin. So you do the math, King Bunny. I agree. Here's the thing. Because I wasn't making money for the longest time, I was like, I couldn't stop myself from talking about it. I was so excited. I was like, wait, in August and September, I was poor. I mean, poor. So I wanted to just talk about it. I'd be like, and you know me, I fucking tell everything. I'm holding on to a secret right now that I want to tell so badly. Nobody understands the restraint that I'm under. None of you. Now, I know you're going to be able to hear it all one day soon. But believe me, if you only knew how desperately I want to just fucking run my mouth on this, you'd die. But with that being said, and Jessica, stop yelling. You don't have to be aggressive. But don't tell me to spill it, John. I can't. I cannot. With that being said, no, stop it. No, stop asking for it. No means no. What I'm basically saying is, in a lower tone, is that I was just so excited to say that I made that much money. It didn't even matter to me that like it would be like not okay. And I also didn't think anybody would care. And then because I had another month after that, I wanted to tell everybody too. Like, why wouldn't I want to tell you? I tell you everything. But I understand that some people are like, this is kind of stupid. Stop doing that. And also, I did get brought down to reality. It's not that much money in the real grand scheme of life. And it's also not like a lifetime commitment. So the money's not going to be there all the time. So TT really put it all in perspective. So I cannot tell you any more about how much money I made. That's it. We're not talking about it anymore. There will be signs. There will be signs. I'm not going to go and buy a whole fucking case of Fleer baseball cards, but there will be signs. I'm not going to fucking do a live stream opening up my packs. Must be the money. I'm just saying. Well, just let me. Invest wisely. We're not making that much money. At a minimum, all we're doing is at a minimum, we're being able to pay all our bills and put money aside to pay the taxes, which are extraordinary. So there's that. I was told, and I don't remember where I was told this. Who told it to me? Somebody told me. Oh, I was on a Spaces the other day, which you all probably didn't listen to. That Pat Ford has a polo emblem on his chest in the same place where the polo emblem is on a polo shirt. Since he's in the chat, maybe he can confirm. I'm not sure if he wants to, if he feels comfortable. It's your privacy. It's up to you. But I was told that Pat Ford has the polo logo, little man on a horsey, tattooed onto his chest, exactly where it is. Also, in my attempt to add Pat Ford as a wrench today, I had to go and find his account, which I did. And then I went to his actual YouTube channel, because that's what you got to do. You got to go and get their YouTube info. And Pat Ford has a video on there. Looks like he's in high school. I didn't listen to it because I was in court, so I was just watching it. But out of the corner of my eye while I was watching this, I am pretty positive that I saw a young Patrick Ford with a, yeah, you got a flat, dude. That's exactly what that is. He's pulled over. He had an earring in his ear, a fake diamond in his ear, which I'm gonna need some sort of explanation for. Because listen, I know that there are things like fads and whatever. Yes, 100%. But at no time, in my opinion, is ever ears pierced. Not one, not two. Now, based on video footage, I couldn't tell if it was one or two. I don't really know. I just, listen, it was the size of an Elizabeth Taylor diamond. It was in his ear. I can't tell if it was in the other one, but I'm just going to tell you right now, you can't get your ears pierced. And I question the kind of parents you have where they allowed that to happen. What's odd is that his face is exactly the same as it is now. It's definitely him. That's how I verified it was his account. But I just, whatever, dude. I don't know what's happening. So polo tattoo on his chest. I can see the irony to that. That's kind of funny and quirky. I'm still not sure. The verdict is out on that. But with that being said, the earring, I don't know how old that guy is. But I know Meowser Machado used to punch the daylights out of people that had their ears pierced like that. You can all click on his profile now because he's got a wrench. Go click on him and you can go and see the video yourself. Report back. Bunnies, report back. Go spam the fucking comment section too. Hype it. Go hype that video. Let's go hype it. Oh, Cheryl Cyberchick, you wish. You wish we were doing this for you, hyping your videos. And yes, there are new hoodies that say, don't tell me what to do. And yes, there are new hoodies that say cease and desist, 100%. Well, not really new. We're bringing that one back. Is it the gay ear piercing? Yes, it is. It is exactly that. That is exactly what it is. Thank you for the clarification. Can you believe Jimmy jumped onto this fucking, called me or texted me, and literally I'm out of court after covering one of the largest court cases in the country right now. And the first thing he does is he tries to get me to the dark side to go to the casino because he probably knows I haven't gone in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I don't know how long. So he knows. So he makes the indecent proposal to go to the Plainville casino right from court. Don't stop at home and see your family who love you so much. Don't go see your husband. Don't go see Quincy or Reagan. Just stay on the car and put into your GPS Plainville Casino. And then when I call him to say, of course I can't do that, that's irrational, then he encourages me to use a gay slur on the internet. It tells me because he's gay, I have permission. You know the movie Indecent Proposal. You know Robert Redford and Demi Moore. Speaking of Demi Moore, I went for a snack during recess today with all of the besties, and everybody was just talking, and I just love all of these ladies. They're all just great, and Chicha's just a wild one. She's wild. Everybody's talking, and somebody mentioned the show Landman. Now, I haven't watched Landman, but I have seen clips of it. I know that Demi Moore is in it. I also think, if I'm correct, I don't know, maybe there's somebody else in it. Another girl that's hot is in it. And also, the guy that was married to Angela Jolie, Billy Bob Thornton is in it. Now, I haven't seen it, but I will tell you the clips have come through my algorithm, and I've watched them, and it looks fucking great. It looks fantastic. What I didn't expect to hear is all of the women who watched it said they like it better than Yellowstone. How? How can you like it better than Yellowstone? Kevin Costner is in Yellowstone. How could you like it better? Billy Bob Thornton isn't any Kevin Costner. Is there any eye candy in Landman that is equal to or above the eye candy that is in Yellowstone? I think not. I mean, put Kevin Costner aside, is there a rip in Landman? I don't fucking think so. So listen, I don't know what kind of scale we're going to start. This is going to be some new content that we're going to be pushing out. Remember I said I'm inspired? Oh, Fairy Tale Linda messaged me. I haven't talked to her because obviously recovering. She messaged me last night. I don't know where she is in the world. Where in the world is Fairy Tale Godmother Linda? I have no idea. But she talked a little bit about how the vacation did what it was supposed to do, which was to like rest and reset me, but also like re-inspire me to just like fucking come back and take on the world and better my brand and all of these things. And with that being said, it's exactly how I thought about it. But one of these, like, listen, we talk a lot on here. We talk about court cases. We talk about drama. We talk about Aiden. We talk about all of the things. We talk about Pat Ford. We talk about Kane. We talk about Cyberchick. We talk about the Horizon Social Chart. However, what is missing really is there's far more things in life that I could be giving commentary on, and I don't do it. So we're going to add some segments and things, maybe. I don't know. Hard to do when I'm doing 24 and 24 because I'm driving. With that being said, there's other things. Anyway, listen, I just can't see how Landman could be better. We're going to have to come up with some sort of like sheet to figure it out. Also, I should mention, I do not watch TV. What am I doing? I am. I'm doing, wait, do I stay? Shit. Do I go 95 South to Providence? Or do I just, oh no, I made a mistake. Oh, shit. I shut off my, oh no, I didn't want to do this. Jessica Machado. I accidentally took the exit to Providence, so now I'm on 95 South. I don't want this. No. Oh. I want to go back to 495 to 24. I know, Josie. I said I didn't need it. I don't know. I got thrown off. I saw the 95 South, and I'm in fucking traffic. Fuck me. I want back on 495. I'm not doing 95. I'm not going through Providence. I'm boycotting cities. I actually am blaming all of you. I'm so busy talking to you, I got distracted. Yes, I'm gonna get off. Do I have a snack? I don't even have a snack. Just the stupid almonds I've been eating all week. I'm so hungry. I want a snack. Oh, there's a big car accident over here. Oh boy. In the middle of the highway. Holy shit. What the fuck are we looking at here? Great, water and almonds. After the day I had, I feel like I deserve something better. I kid you not. This is in the middle of the road. Do you want me to put you on so I can show you? My love affair with Patrick Ford has just begun. I love him. I absolutely love him. I do. I want sweet potato sushi so badly. I want sweet potato sushi with steamed pea pods. I want a McGuire roll. I'm fucked. They don't have McGuire rolls anymore. What is this accent? This is insane. What do you mean he's going to grow to love me? He already loves me. He loves me 100%. Do you know how I know? He listens every day. You've never heard of sweet potato sushi? Let me tell you all about it. Sweet potato sushi can come in two different forms. One sweet potato sushi is mashed sweet potato, and it's rolled in the roll, and it has avocado and carrots or avocado and cucumber, and it's rolled in the roll. It's like the sushi meat, but this isn't the accident, by the way, just so you know. There's another one. Some people cube the sweet potatoes so they're more formed. They're not soft. They're soft, and then they cut them up in cubes and kind of like a tempura. No, not tempura, wrong. What's the other thing I'm thinking of? What is it where they, like a tartare type thing? Or was that the accident and I just lied to all of you? Also, where's the exit where I can get the fuck off this ride? I don't want to be here anymore. It also added 7 minutes to my ride to take this. Now I got to go through fucking Providence, Rhode Island. I don't want to do that. Did Pat publicly apologize? No, tempura is like, no. You keep naming more disgusting things. I'm shutting that up. We're just gonna have to stick this out. We have to do 95. Oh, it just added 3 more minutes. Great. What's the question? Did 5150 really go to court yesterday? Is that somewhere on the internet? Give me the tea. Is this going on too long? Like, should I end this? Do you want me to get off? There's a lot of people watching. I can't see how this is very entertaining. Yeah, the traffic's over. It's done. We're gonna stick it out. Okay, thank you. All right. We're not going to the casino. Son of a bitch. I'll stay. That's fine. Somebody go back to the part about the restraining order and Meredith. I just need to see somebody say, is it on the internet? I can see you. Oh God, more traffic. Oh, I would love a Happy Meal. That would be great. Look at this husband and wife with furniture and shit on the back of their truck. It's not like, oh. Hold on. I just gotta see something. I don't, yes, I'm in the Attleboro area. I'm passing exit 7 to 152. It's actually taking me off on exit 7. Wants me to get off. I can't really see responses because I only see like one message at a time. And if somebody happens to send a message at the same time, it bumps the other one out. I can see you, but like if you said something, I can't see it. This is telling me to take exit 7. I'm going to take it. Let's do it. You're not plumb, bro. No. Oh, no. Don't ask Pat Ford to post the store. Don't do that. Don't give him tasks. Let him just exist. Second of all, the store is up, but none of the new merch is up yet. The way you build is you build the store in the background and then you got to just click it and it'll add all of them to the website. The website is up. It's just as it was. Oh, Jimmy's going to be pissed. This is literally driving me through Plainville. This person needs to make a decision. Left or right? What do you want to do? You're confused? It's all right. I've been there too. Now we got to sit at this fucking yellow light. Unless you're a bestie listening to me and you're waiting for me. You are not. Wait, did he post the fucking link? I'm dead. I die. I'm dead. I will definitely make a hoodie that says tap rack that shit if you would like. This lady picked the wrong lane and she just backed up. And she's trying to go. She's confused. Wow. I don't give a fuck what Kane says about you, Pat Ford. Oh, he's a good little mod. All right. Thank you so much. Back to the matter at hand. I need a straight yes or no. Is somebody saying that on the interwebs, somebody posted something about Meredith and court? Tight. Kate Peter is saying Turtle Boy got served with an order. Okay, well, let's go time then. Okay. Aiden was served with a restraining order, temporary, 14-day by Meredith. The day court started for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, she went to the court knowing that Aiden was covering the case and knowing Tim Bradle, his attorney, was in court, predisposed. Oh. Well, you guys said, I mean, oh. I don't know. I'm listening to you guys and somebody's giving me the go ahead and telling me it's on the internet. Somebody text the non-burner phone a screenshot. Maybe somebody already did. Let me look myself. I'm at a red light. Hold on. Let me just look at something. All right. So I'm going against Aiden, who told me I could not talk about anything. But if it's already out here, then I mean, okay. So thank you, Jess. It's my understanding that Aiden was served on Monday while, well, it's my understanding it occurred on Monday, if I'm correct, while Tim Bradle was in court. I'll tell you what I know, and I apologize in advance to Aiden Carney. I'm sorry, but this is content. And I think everybody here cares. The order is in, the affidavit is impounded. So Aiden himself could not even get a copy of the affidavit from court or emailed to him or anything like that. It's my understanding that it was impounded and the only person who could get it is Tim Bradle. You won't be able to find anything because it's impounded. I haven't seen it. To my knowledge, Aiden hasn't seen it. And there's a hearing in, it's less than 14 days. Now, I have a sister who works for the courts, and I asked her under what circumstance would an affidavit for a emergency 209A would ever be issued. She said it's really only in circumstances involving rape or like a child, of which I can't imagine this would be either. So my take is that, and I'm speculating here, but I think it would probably make a lot of sense. If the order or the affidavit talks about him as a journalist talking about her, and that's cause for her needing the order, it is possible that she could get in front of a judge and say, I don't want him to read or see this, so he can't talk about it, because there would be nothing stopping him from talking about it. Restraining orders don't include like talking about restraining orders. You know what I mean? Like people like me err on the side of caution. When I had a restraining order, I never mentioned Shauna Geary on Facebook, on a Facebook Live. I never talked about it. It was the opposite. I was scared shit. A desired effect. That's what they wanted. Do you know what I mean? So in my opinion, you should just on the side of caution. However, I think Aiden more than anybody understands that a lot of what he does is he talks about all of these things, and that's his job. It's his work. It's like what he does. So I can understand if this is the way that it was issued. I don't know. I have no idea. I've thought about it. I am coming up short. I got nothing. So my also take, which I think is very obvious, is that this is in retaliation for the magistrate hearing that she has scheduled in regards to the wiretapping, which from what I hear has been moved to a different date. Let's see. Kate Peters post says, someone got a restraining order on Turtle Boy. A source confirmed he was served either this week or late last week. I have no idea who, but would love to know. Working on trying to figure out at least what court it is out of. It's out of Boston. You know, because that's where Meredith lives. So I'm going to tell you something right now. There's only 2 people that know about this. I was one of them. And Aiden was the other one. So if anybody else has heard about it on that side and is posting about it, it came from one other person. The person who filed the restraining order. Because nobody has talked about it. This is days old. Furthermore, I was told not to talk about it. Just for anybody who cares, I've been rerouted to somewhere. I have no idea. Let's see. Euphoria Smoke Shop, the Costa Insurance Agency. What else do I see? I don't know where I am. Where am I? What town am I in? You were officially scooped and it wasn't you who leaked. Is this the big secret? Yes, that was it. I've been sitting on it all this time. Can't say anything. But if Kate Peters got it, fuck that. That means she told. Like, it's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking crazy. Remember a long time ago, I said, when speaking about, Dance Factory, what's that? Now I'm going underneath. Leave me alone. Where am I? Can somebody tell me where the fuck I am? Do any of these things sound familiar to any of you? City Hall. Okay. What city? Attleboro. We're in Attleboro. Sun Chronicle. Huh. How about that? On some street. Anyway, how long has this been? 2.5 hours. Oh my God, I almost just killed a squirrel, but he made it. We gotta open up this GPS situation again. We are doing well. So anyway, yes, so there's a hearing unless God bless me, in less than 2 weeks. It's gonna have to go. I will tell you if I'm correct. I think I am. I'm sure you all can agree. Nobody, so I don't know how many it is, but many people, the audio is horrible. I am sorry, Valerie. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm sorry, Valerie. Many people have gotten temporary restraining orders against Aiden Carney. We were just in court. Bliss. What is this? Bliss Brothers Dairy. Wow, this is cute. Many people have gotten restraining orders. We heard in court today, you can go in front of a judge without a two-party hearing, and if you make a case and you mention a bunch of crazy stuff, judge on the side of caution is going to be like, you know what? I'm going to just issue this and let's call it a two-party hearing. Sometimes you can get a two-party hearing right away, but Probably not. They need 2 weeks to be able to summons you and schedule it. So you got to wait 2 weeks, which is what Kelsey Fitzsimmons was going to happen. She was going to have to wait 2 weeks to see her baby. That's a long amount of time when somebody has been able to walk into a courtroom and say bad things about you, and they go unheard and unchecked for 2 weeks. Every single time Aiden Carney has had somebody successfully get a temporary restraining order on him outside of a two-party hearing, so just them and the judge, they have never had it extended beyond court, with, if I'm correct, the exception of Lindsay Gattani. But that was a whole weird situation in itself. Hi, Caroline. It's funny how sometimes comments just show up perfectly and I can see them perfectly, and other times they're skewed. It doesn't matter anymore. Pat Ford is one of my mods and he will handle everything. Pat Ford, pin my Venmo at the top. I think that's only appropriate. Please, if you would like to financially contribute to my work covering the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case, please do so. There were a lot of expenses associated with this, including my hotel. In the Venmo in the chat. So I don't know. I'm sure we will learn more. I am hearing, though, that the impoundment is a tricky situation. Like, nobody can see it except Tim Bradle, I guess. Like, my sister explained to me that if something's impounded like that, like, the day you go to court is the day you actually get to see it. Doesn't make sense, because then how would the attorney be able to plan for a defense or to argue if you can't see the affidavit? But it sounds to me like Tim Bradle can get it, just not Aiden. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Then is Tim Bradle not allowed to show it to Aiden? Can he not talk about it? I have questions. I've got to be honest with you. If Meredith O'Neill somehow manages to get a restraining order against Aiden Carney, without a doubt, he would be able to get one against her. Without a doubt. I see absolutely no way that doesn't happen. Briggs Corner Pizzeria? Huh. We finished the morning Red Bull. There was only a little bit left anyway, and we've moved on to the bottle of water that I opened this morning as well, and almonds. This is sad and pathetic. Oh, somebody's getting a Porsche delivered. Is there a spammy person in the chat? You know what to do, Pat Ford. Boot him. I blocked Cyber Chick from my channel today too, just for fun. Somebody, you know what? I never ask my chat to send me anything. Somebody send me a pair of fake glasses that look just like hers so I can wear them on my next show. You're about to get, wait, Honeydew Donuts? Oh, we are getting an Ice Mocha Madness. Do they have a drive-thru? They do. Let's go get a coffee. Oh my God, I haven't had a coffee in so long. Let's go get one. Word. No snacks. I don't want to ruin dinner. We're on our weight loss journey. But I will take one of these. I get it. It's a lot of calories, but I want a coffee. Wait, they have cinnamon sticks. Stop. Do we get one? As I'm eating these almonds, I sound like... Can I have a medium iced mocha madness with regular sugar but extra cream? Yay. Also, do you have a cinnamon stick? You know what? I don't want one. I'll just have the coffee. Okay. Oh, she didn't say anything. I take it as a sign. There's a sign here that says hash browns are back. Order some today. Just like Jimmy. All right. I feel better already. I'm so excited. I need coffee. She has a honeydew sweatshirt on. Merch. Hi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you want the receipt?
I do need a receipt. Thank you for asking. She's too nice. I gotta find some ones and tip her. She's a peach. What a sweetie. Reminds me of Georgie. I got a 1. Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.
Have a great
Same to you. Thank you. What a sweetheart. Receipt secured. Card. Somebody's saying something about, please leave me alone. I'm just having a coffee. I haven't had caffeine in like coffee form since I don't even know when. So I'm going to tell you right now, listen, I hear what you're saying about some stuff in regards to like the address impounded. No, that's not true. I was with Aiden when he called the court and he was asking for it and they would not give it to him. It's specifically impounded from him going and getting it. I don't understand it either. I also saw, oh, that coffee's so great. Thank you. I see you. I see you. You're kind. Thank you. On the road again. The cop in front of me. I feel a certain way about you right now. It's not your fault, but what do you want from me? How far away are we from home? It's taking so long. 28 minutes. Okay. Just push through. Push through. This is a long live. Just abort. Leave. We shouldn't be here. We've got nothing good to say. Yeah, I don't know. I also, if people were paying attention, like some people could have been paying attention. Courtney was in the hallway during recess on one of the days, perhaps yesterday, or maybe yesterday. She was on the phone with the clerk's office entering an order of appearance on behalf of Attorney Bradel. She was doing it right in the hallway. So if anybody was paying attention, you would have heard her say, Carney, Attorney Bradel, order of appearance. There are a lot of people around. I'm just observant. Why everybody's saying they love Kane? All right, here, listen. I haven't had a chance to watch because I'm busy. Kane did an interview a couple of days ago. As you know, Kane is a chef, and he secured an interview with a very well-known chef. I don't know who it is, but in the industry, she's very well-known. She's up there with Julia Child. In the 80s and 90s, very prolific chef. Kane, listening to, perhaps maybe someone named Jess Machado who suggested get some people on, do some good interviews. I don't know. Or maybe it was his own idea. Who knows? He went out and shot big. He reached for the stars and was like, I am going to see if I can get this person to come on my show and do an interview. And can I just tell you how excited he was when she said yes? So happy for him. And I was like, this is great. And then it was his idea, I believe, to do it taped and not do it live. And I think for someone who's new to YouTube and is really just kind of filling things out, I think it was best to do it taped. I agree. Just so that, should anything go wrong, any technical difficulties, he doesn't have to deal with those in real time. And so I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I know that it is all set and up. I just saw it today. So go to Kane is Able on X or go to Kane's Corner on YouTube and you will be able to see the video there. I suspect, I don't know, probably not, but that's what I think it is. I just can't confirm. I'm in some real backwoods shit. I'm about to turn onto a street called Peck Street. Peck. Where are we? I trust in the GPS. Now, back in the day, in the 90s or so, when I was driving and we didn't have things, back when guys thought big fake cubic zirconia earrings were the it thing to do, we just drove around until we saw something that we recognized. If MapQuest didn't entail where we were, we just drove around until we found some sort of like focal point or something. I remember getting lost a lot. I remember stopping in gas stations a lot and asking for directions. Does anybody ask for directions anymore? No. This was like a lifestyle thing. I got to stop here and I got to ask for directions. Think about the marriages. You got a husband and a wife in a car and the wife is getting mad. The husband's just driving around looking for stuff. And finally the wife goes, just stop and ask for directions. When's the last time you heard that? Never. It doesn't exist anymore. It's like a payphone. It's like collect calls. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Sing once again with me, a sweet duet. I wish I could see Hamilton again. Meowser sings Andrew Lloyd Webber. Meowser, where's Meowser? I miss Meowser. I can't wait to see my husband. I miss him so much. I really do. Oh, I think these people have horses. There's got to be ponies here. This is a big ass farm and I see fences. Just get home. We're only 22 minutes away. Where are we? We've got to be, let me think about this. Let me think. We must be, are we in like Rehoboth? Are we getting to the Rehoboth area? If I'm only 22 minutes away from Somerset, I've got to be in the Rehoboth location. Let's not get the fuck ahead of ourselves. I don't miss the guitar at all. We're about to turn onto Fairview Ave. What? What? Fairview Ave? Oh, no. That sounded dumb. That sounded stupid and annoying. Why did I even talk like that? You're so stupid, Jessica. There's a really big American flag hanging at the end of this road. Where the fuck is Rehoboth? Don't take my word for it. I don't know if we're in Rehoboth. I have absolutely no idea. We're going to find out in a second. We were on Francis Street, and now we're about to turn onto Fairview Ave. Can the chat help me out? What town am I in? We are 21 minutes away from home, which is Somerset. We're in some deep wooded area. Everything on my map on the left and to the right is green. There's no roads. It's just green. Definitely Rehoboth. I think so too. Definitely. Oh, this truck just pulled up behind me really fast. I'm suspicious. It's sus. If you missed it this morning, I tried to prove to everybody that I'm a bad bitch and I knew all the words to Scenario by Tribe Called Quest. If you missed it, there's two things in this morning's 24 on 24. One, me confronting a bunch of cops on the courthouse steps and asking the tough questions, like, why'd you call Kelsey Fitzsimmons a whack job? And then also, just before that, me rapping Scenario by Tribe Called Quest. Oh, 44. Oh, huh. Huh. Melanie loved what? Please don't tell me that Melanie. Oh, Melanie loved me asking the cops questions. I read that really fast and I was like, please don't tell me Melanie played me rapping Tribe Called Quest, because that is not the look we're going for. But I'm an idiot. I forgot. Good. I'm so glad. And I really do love that Melanie Little was sharing my work. I remember the day that I found out Melanie was sharing my work. First of all, I didn't know who she was, but that's very on brand for me. Remember, I didn't know who Ian on the Runkle was, and that whole thing transpired. The hashtag never forget, hashtag pay me. I absolutely loved that she was sharing my stuff today. It's a big honor. She's very well loved. I popped into her chat just to say hello and just like make an appearance and then bounce. And she had like 23,000 people watching. That's insane. That is, you are doing something 100% right. You are basically the trusted person everybody in the world turns to. She had quadruple the number of views than Court TV. From what I gathered, she just gets the views. She's trusted. And you know what? I'm on the right side of that shit too, right? Because there's people that aren't on that side with Melanie. We won't name names. Nanthrax. Oh, what a good nickname. Nanthrax. Money After Dark has to live forever for the sole reason that we issue notices on nicknames. Nowhere else do you get the nicknames. Well, maybe Aiden, but we give nicknames, good nicknames. 5150 is legendary. 50 Grit, legendary. Nanthrax, legendary. Oh, Nan is so, of course, Nan's jealous of Melanie. She could never. It's just, dude, it's different. Nan is the Temu version of Melanie. She is the Sheen order of Melanie. Melanie is Gucci, Dior, Saint Laurent. Nan is like Sonoma, Tahari. All found at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. We are a bunch of brilliant minds over here. We come up with everything. It's great. It's a group effort too. We kind of do things together. Although nobody tells me what to do, but I work with you. We work together. Now we're turning on to County Street. For those in the chat, is this my County Street, like the one that leads directly to my house? Because now it says we have 17 minutes left, and that's making me wonder. Am I turning on to the County Street that is going to take me to my home? These are all farms. There's all backwoods shit going on here. This is all some fucking banjo shit that I am driving past. What's the chat say? No, I think it's County Street in Dighton. Thank you, my favorite mod, Patrick Ford. Thank you. We're turning on here anyway because it is what it is. Wait, County Street in Dighton would also be mine because that would lead to County Street in Somerset. I don't know what's going on around here, but and if it were nighttime in the summer, I'd be like moths on the fucking windshields nonstop. Nope, this can't be because in 2 miles, I've got to take a turn onto William Street. Okay, I can tell you, here's somebody, there's a sign here for Glenn Cabbage is running for office. Somebody Google Glenn Cabbage and tell me where I am. Not one thing looks familiar. I haven't seen one thing I recognize. Nan called it 100% right. Nan called what? It's not trying to get me back to 44. I just, I skipped the 20. Well, I didn't skip it on purpose. It just took me this way. I did not get on 44. Somebody just said this is going to take me to 138. 138 is County Street. That's my home street. Not where I live, but that's going to take me directly home. Holy shit. Like, what in the actual fucking backwoods shit am I past? Oh, sheep! Oh, goats! Oh, ponies! Oh, I should have turned the ponies. I knew it. I knew I was going to start seeing some farm animals. Those goats were so cute. They were black. I'm in Dighton now. Blessed be the Lord. Blessed be the Lord, the God of mercy, the God who saves. I shall not fear dark of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. He will release me from the nets of sinful men. He will protect me from their wicked hands. Beneath the shadows of his wings I will rejoice, to find a dwelling place secure. Blessed be the Lord. Now you guys go, blessed be the Lord. And then I say, blessed be the Lord, the God of mercy, the God who saves. I shall not fear. Oh dear! Oh, Meowser is going to be so mad he missed them. Aw, there's like 6 deer with their little fluffy white tails. Nor the arrow that flies by day. Okay, that's it. What a great day. What a great week. I'm going to cry now. I'm so happy. I can't wait to go home. Also, can I just say something? Let me tighten it all up. I'm very lucky that I get to do this. I'm very lucky that this is my job. I'm very lucky that I love what I do, so much so that I am pausing to say, this is my job. This is my work. But it's so good, it doesn't feel like work. I want everybody to achieve this. I want you all to figure out what your thing is, and I want you to feel this. Don't wait until you're 50 like me to get there. Well, I started this when I was 49, but whatever. Like, don't wait. Do it now. What do you like doing? Go do it. Start doing it as a little hobby and then do it. You make crafts. Go make your crafts and go make money off of it. Don't let anybody tell you what. No. If your husband says, listen, honey, I'm sorry. We got a fucking mortgage to pay. You can't do that. Say, okay, well, I'm going to use my time on the weekends to go to craft shows and sell my fucking shit. Is that okay with you? And he's going to say, sure. Until you say, I'm going to need you to load up the SUV with all my shit and my tables and set me up. And then he's going to go, fuck. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Have sex with him more than once a week and he'll be fine with it. Trust me. Sorry, we just had to take a turn and it's going to make me take another turn and I don't know where I am, but we're 13 minutes away. How can I be 13 minutes away from home and not have any where I am? How can I be 13 minutes from my house? You know idea where I am. For nothing. We're taking yet another turn down another street. This one's called Main Street. I still don't know where we are. We're going to try to get it.
Glenn Cabbage signs still everywhere. I just don't, I don't know. I had to pause for a sec. I looked down, I was like, oh, 13 minutes away. And I was like, still don't know where I am. When I'm with Meowser, Meowser drives. You know why? I am unlike many people. When I'm going somewhere, like just take me there. You can drive. Jeff likes to be in control of the music and things like that. It's fine. I don't care. Listen, I don't know exactly. Oh, I know where we are. I know where we are. I know where we are. This road is going to lead me, I believe, straight to the intersection of where Bristolacki is, if I'm correct. Or maybe not, maybe just before that. So I just want to say, like, I really appreciate the coverage. So you know, if you can't donate to me financially, so a couple things, because this actually does matter. I haven't done a lot of lives, and how I make most of my money is through ad revenue on YouTube. And so by not doing a lot of lives, vacation week, I took a financial hit. And this week, because I didn't really do a lot of lives, just these little blurby things, I also took a financial hit. With that being said, I gained a ton of new followers this week, both on X and on YouTube, and that has value to me. So if you're listening to me for the first time or you're new here, thank you for joining, and that adds value to me and my brand. The second thing is the tweets that I put up that get these threads that get, 50,000, 60,000, 80,000 views on a thread, that actually also helps me. So it builds me back in the algorithm on X. It gets my thing showing up in people's news feeds, which lends to followers, engagement, and also it lends to my payouts from X. I am still monetized on X, so I make money off of X. Not a lot, but I still make a little bit. And so by doing nothing other than watching my stuff, you're supporting me. Next, my Substack is up. This week I utilized it to post all of the photos from the pool camera for the Kelsey Fitz Simmons trial. Substack is free, but if you are looking for a way to support me, you can become a paid subscriber by doing $5 a month, or you can do $50 for the year, or you can do a one-time $100 gift through the Substack platform. It's Jess Machado Show on Substack, and that also just very much helps me because it's a small little revenue stream. You can be a subscriber on YouTube for, I forgot what my dollar amount is, but it's, being a member comes with perks, not many. You get items that are supposedly going to be shipped to you that never got shipped to you, which we will be doing together Monday morning in a live. And you can do it that way. You can also send super chats. I very rarely recommend them unless I am right at my phone because I can't read them. There is one there for $49.99. I can't see it. I just can't see it. But when we're doing live streams like Bunny After Dark, love the super chats. It's a great motivator for me. When I see people giving money to me, that makes me feel great and I love it. I don't need it. I feel great during shows anyway, but it's a boost and it's a morale boost for sure. I am turned on to County Street in Somerset and I'm so excited. And then the other way that you can support me is through Venmo or PayPal. I don't know PayPal, to be honest with you, but my Venmo is Jess Machado Show. I think we have it as a ticker, that one. And you can support me that way as well. But with that being said, just you being here, engaging and helping build a community, that makes what we do here attractive to other people. They want to hear, they want to see, they heard it. Some people, like Jess Walsh clips all my shit and it gets on X and people see it and then I get views from that. And it's those are other ways that you can help kind of keep this going. I just would be remiss if I didn't thank everybody who supported everything that I do. And it really is just a wonderful ride that we're on. I'm very appreciative and grateful for it. I feel very honored to be able to cover the Kelsey Fitz Simmons case in a way that I don't think mainstream media does. And while very similar to Aiden, I also know that I do things a little bit differently as well. And that's what brings you to me and him. And there's no competition here. We're the same but different. And so for his followers that follow me, I'm grateful for them. I'm also very proud to work on the side of Aiden every day this week. I get a little choked up thinking about it, but Aiden has paved the way for me to do what I do. And it's a wonderful story about how we started and I think friendship. I'm very proud to work on the side of him. He's unbelievably talented. He's so good at what he does. I watched him write that story while in the courtroom and publish it. And I'm just really always amazed at his work ethic and everything that he does. And I'm always going to be a pal. Always. And there's absolutely nothing that will change that loyalty. But it just, working on the side of him today reminded me of that. So fuck everybody else when it comes to that shit. And that's it. We'll stay on because we're only like a couple miles from the house, but I'm getting very emo because I'm so emotional and I just want to go home. I know it's not a big deal and people go on work trips all the time, but I don't. I don't go on work trips all the time. I'm passing by a house that has a free Karen Reed sign. It's like a street sign that they had installed at the end of their driveway. It's pink with white letters, and I've been seeing it for years, and it's still there. That coffee hit the spot too. I'm glad I did that. We're passing over here on the left, the car dealership where we bought Sweetle's car. I also want to say thank you to Pat Ford for being a good sport. Listen, really what tipped the scales for the Pat Ford wrench is that he is like at war with Young Black Economist, and I'm obsessed. He's making these funny, fantastic memes. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Also, a little bit shout out to all of my friends and family who I never see anymore because I am on this work life. I miss everybody. I miss my moms. Look at my queen, Kathy Souza. You know I'm in town when you see Kathy Souza for selectman signs. Let's fucking go. We got an election to win. She had her campaign kickoff last night, and I have never not been to a campaign kickoff in my town for one of my candidates. Never. It's the opposite. I plan them. I help them. I'm there for them. I speak at them. I introduced Todd Costa at his last year. One of my best friends, Kathy, is running for selectman in town, and I wasn't home for it. And I had major FOMO, and I'm very sad that I missed it. But I heard it went amazing, as it would. I knew it would. We're almost home. But instantly what just entered my mind is, when people go on long trips and then they get into car accidents like 2 miles from their home, we must stay vigilant. Passing the Dunkin' Donuts we go to with Georgia. So unfortunately, I just missed Georgia. She is at work for the night. She went in at 5, so I missed her. But I am going to be up, and I will go get her at 10. Fix your potholes, Somerset. Jesus. I haven't had a goddamn fucking snowstorm in weeks. Fix that. A mess. All right. Technically, we're on the road that we usually go to Society in the morning. Like, this is like right to the route back. Also, thanks for hanging out with me this whole ride. It's been a 3-hour live. It's hard to believe, but this live started right outside the courthouse, right after Kelsey Fitzsimmons was found not guilty. We're going to be waking up tomorrow with a very different scenario. Okay? Kelsey Fitzsimmons is free. Kelsey Fitzsimmons is enjoying her freedom as we speak. Is Erica going live? Did I see you in a bit, Erica? What day is today? Today's Thursday. Tell everybody in the chat what the lives are after this. I'm not going live. You tell me and everybody see, and you go and you hang out with all of those people. Fucking Cheech today goes, oh, when are you doing another meet and greet? Number one, Cheech, fuck off. Number two, later, after the wedding. June or July. Oh, hello, town hall. What are all these cars here for? It's 5:30. There's some sort of selectmen's meeting. There is a selectmen's meeting tonight. Not going. Meows it. Meows it. Quincy and Reagan in a few minutes too. I have barely seen my dogs. Besties, we're turning down my street. What a day. What a day, what a week, what 2 weeks. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is. Kathy Souza sign on my lawn. I was half hoping that my dogs would be outside in the yard. Look at my house. What's going on? Look at my house. All right, kids. I'm in the driveway. I'm home safe. Thanks for taking this journey with me. Congratulations to Kelsey Fitzsimmons, attorney Martha Coakley, attorney Timothy Bradle, paralegal Courtney. Congratulations on a wonderful, wonderful win and freedom today. Thank you to all the besties, bunnies, and everybody who was here with me for this ride. Thanks. It was fun. As you know, I'm home and I would love to go see my family. I will see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow morning, to be exact. Bye, besties.